a couple of decades, and then the radio stations got bought, and I went and did my own thing.
Yeah.
Right about the time that podcasting started, so it was perfect. It was really great timing.
Well, that's awesome, and that's such a cool origin story of getting into radio. Just even before you even knew you were going to go to college for any of it or anything like that, you were already there.
Yep.
That's so cool. And now, of course, you have the KJ Show today, which you get to interview a lot of pop culture icons. You get to interview just a lot of interesting people in the community. You've built a big audience within the community just from everything that you do on the side. But do you have anyone in particular that you have enjoyed interviewing more than anyone else?
Oh gosh, that is so.
I know.
That's a tough one.
Or any that are memorable.
Sean did offer me the questions ahead of time, and I was like, no, I don't want that. And now I'm like...
And then now you know I'm a bad interviewer, so...
You know what?
He asks weird questions, right? I mean, who would think that you would ask, what's the favorite guest that you've ever had?
I mean, it's a
Mine's
fair
you,
question.
by the way. So
no, it's not. That is definitely not true, and I can't wait for the next siege where you can be like, "Oh, who invited KJ the last time? That was the worst."
I probably will say that. Yeah.
You know what was? He may not appreciate this, but what was a really really cool moment for me was when we were working at ZPL on the Smiley Morning Show. Bon Jovi was trying to make their comeback. Do you remember, "It's My Life"?
Oh,
Do you
yeah, for
remember
sure.
that song? And we there we go.
I wasn't going to sing it.
Now or never.
And neither should Jason.
So John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora came and did an acoustic set for us.
Oh, that's super cool.
We got to bring some listeners with us, and they were like, there is one rule. They are going to play their set. They have the songs in order they're going to play, and nobody requests anything. We don't play anything off the set list. And I was like, cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool. No problem.
We weren't really even thinking of doing that in the first place, but all right.
And so I don't even know how it happened, but in the course of conversation when I was, interviewing John Bon Jovi, it came up that I'm a fan of a deeper cut called Someday I'll Be Saturday Night.
Okay.
And he was so moved by that.
That's awesome.
And I loved that song because when I moved to Indianapolis, honestly, my life was kind of a dumpster fire. And it was like, Monday kind of sucks and Tuesday's awful, Wednesday, but someday I'll be Saturday night. And he was like, Richie, can we do that song for KJ? And I was like, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, no.
We're going to get in trouble. We're going to get in so much trouble.
So that was one of my favorite moments because I was looking at the record rep I didn't mean to do that, man. And then they ended up singing that song for me.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Yeah.
So, look up the deep cuts. Someday I'll be Saturday night.
And sometimes you got to stick it to the man.
You do.
Yeah.
I really stuck it to that record rep.
You're like, I like this song. He's like, let's just play that one.
Yeah. Did he play Living on a Prayer?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And in that super cool, just acoustic way that, it's too bad that, Richie had the issues that he had and that they didn't end up staying together because to be in a room with Richie Sambora and John Bon Jovi and just watching the two of them do their thing.
Acoustically
totally
too.
Cool. Yeah.
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 That had to be super cool.
Yes.
Speaking of super cool things, you also have a whole new, you work with PopCon.
I do.
And do things for them, help run that pretty much. And now you're taking on another whole big thing with PerCon.
I am.
I'm excited about that.
Yes. So, last year we brought the darts, right?
Yep.
The Championship Darts
which is so cool.
Corporation,
It was so
which
cool.
was awesome. And they were like, what do you have this year, KJ? And I was like, well, I have cats. So
we got replaced by cats. And they're more excited. They made a whole convention out of that.
It's a whole thing. If you go to popconindy.com and you look at the attractions, we're number one.
Yeah.
I'm almost I'm so sorry. This has been going on for 12 years. I did not mean to take top billing over anything.
Cats, they go a long way.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. So this is the age of the cat. There's data to prove it. I won't deep dive on you, but cats have taken over as the most popular household pet in the United States.
I love that.
It is our time to shine. And yeah, I went to a cat expo in October, and I came back, and they were like, "Is that something we should have at PopCon?" And I said, "Do not say that to me and not mean it, because we will have a cat convention. We're going to do Cat That Tune. We're going to play musical boxes where instead of musical chairs, when the music stops, you have to put the little cat that you have, not real one.
Yeah, for
stuffed-
sure.
Yes, cat plushie, gently into a box near you, because if you throw the cat, you're disqualified, right? We can't be throwing
You
cats.
can't kill the cat. Yeah.
Yeah, so just honestly, the amount of time that I have been spending coming up with just
amazing.
ridiculous things to do that are cat related,
You're-
I was destined for this. As a nerd who loves cats, I
Yep.
should be putting on a cat convention at a nerd convention.
Well, there you go. And you get to do that now.
I do.
That's
I
awesome.
do.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
Again, what you do in the community is just becoming even more amazing. And speaking of which, now let's talk darts.
Yes.
Right? So,
yeah.
of course, you start off just as a big fan of darts. I actually met you a couple years ago at your birthday party,
Yeah.
which was outside the American Legion
Is
in
that where
Brownsburg.
we first
yeah,
met?
oh yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh, my birthday is
Yep.
now our anniversary.
Yep, it is.
Oh my gosh,
Yep.
amazing.
And we had a great time. You brought in a whole bunch of people to touch where I met Patrick too.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I had no idea that less than a year later you were going to be on our team with as marketing and social media,
I didn't either.
and a whole bunch of other roles that you had no idea you were going to do.
Like, here I am.
Yep. And
What else can I do?
and you've been amazing in them. What has been your favorite thing working with the CDC so far? And don't say me, because I know that's true.
You.
Nah, thank you. But what's your real answer?
No, I am going to say this, and it honestly, Sean, when I found out, because I became a fan of darts. Do you know the whole like backstory of how we found darts?
Yeah, you were in
at-
England, right?
Yes, we were working a Walking Dead convention, and we were in
Sounds
England.
so cool.
It was very cool. It was
A lot of zombies, I'm sure.
We've had a very cool life. I have seen like 5 episodes of The Walking Dead. I barely knew the cast, but it was super cool to get paid to go to London.
Of
right?
course.
And we were like, oh, man, we are really like just dropping the ball here, being in London, just like laying in a hotel, like exhausted. So, we turned on the TV and there it was. Premier League was on.
Yep.
And I couldn't understand, like put together this, like, there's cosplayers and the song that plays when the Blackhawks score a
Yep.
goal
Oh yeah. Yep.
and wrestling like type walk-ons, and I was just so intrigued by it. And then we came home and we subscribed to PDC TV,
The
and
rest
that
is
was
history.
it. And I went and Googled, is there anything like the PDC in North America? Literally. And it came up that there was a CDC event
Yep.
in Brownsburg, and I'm like, it's
Yep.
10 minutes from our house. Like, let's go. So that was how we got into it. So I came from the fan perspective,
Oh, yeah.
and obviously the marketing and media perspective that I have of like, this is great entertainment. Why
Yeah.
don't we have this in North America? But I don't want to be like totally cheesy about it. But honestly, the best part of being involved in this is getting to work with so many other people that are so passionate
Yeah.
about bringing darts to North America.
100%. I'm lazy in my normal everyday life, but when I'm around all of them who are also volunteering their time and efforts for this great sport, you can't help but pick up the extra slack
Yeah.
and do your part and want it to succeed, because it's just there's so much passion.
And
within
hopefully
that
succeed in
company.
the time that we get to enjoy the fact that it succeeded, and not like,
Right.
be like the generation before it succeeded, but they're like, thanks for their efforts back
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
in the day.
We'll see you later.
Let me
That's
give a
awesome.
quick shout out to the Outlaw, Paul
Yeah,
Rogers,
do it.
chipping in 500 stars. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate
Paul,
it.
appreciate you.
Oh, nice. Hi, Paul. Thank
KJ,
you.
you're a hit. Misty Kramer says, hi, KJ. How you doing?
I love Misty.
And then McMahon's in the chat. McMahon will saying, tune in this Thursday.
Yes, this Thursday, Shooting the Bull will be live, the official podcast of the Championship Darts Corporation. Look for us on YouTube at Champ Darts.
And it's always a lot of fun. AE does a great job, and once you came in with Jeff as the background, it's awesome. The stuff that he creates, the stuff that you do with the schedule and everything is great.
We have to stop hitting end stream at the end of the show because like the next 20 minutes honestly are
Yeah.
it's my favorite
It's when it
part.
gets real. Well, as soon as they're like off air, then AE becomes the AE that we know,
Yes.
and Pete becomes the Pete that we know, and now they're going to say whatever they want to say.
I'm like, y'all, come on, we need this. we
And-
need this while the mics are on. Let's go.
Unfortunately, they're just way too professional in their everyday.
Well, you know, I like to think that I am too.
Me too, but
Right,
we're not.
we're not.
Not at all. Well, I mean, we're here doing this. All right, let's get to tonight's matchup.
Okay.
It's a great one. It's why we're here, and as you see, we got three handsome people, and Patches is there too. But let's talk about Patches first. With
okay.
Patrick and Anthony, tell me a little bit about his game just from 2 years ago to now has improved so greatly.
You know, I mean, I don't mean to brag as a proud wife, but yes, it
You should.
really, and it really was because of what we saw happening first with the PDC and then getting to know, you know, a lot of the players and people in the CDC that he was like, maybe I could do this, right? And shout out to Damon Hedda because we were at an exhibition in Wisconsin. And just such a lovely. He's a lovely guy.
He's amazing.
And he really showed Patrick, he and Devin Peterson, like they were encouraging. They were like, your form is so good. You're so natural. Like you've got to do this, man. And he came back and he was like, maybe I should do this. And I was like, maybe you should. So he has come so far. And it's just really cool to see. And this was one of the things he wanted to do was to be on the siege. So
Well, let's get that bucket list checked off here. real
right,
quick.
check that off. I
He's
don't
our
know.
first player that made that a bucket list item, and we appreciate it. He's also a great human being, and it's one thing. Our indie dart community is so tight knit and such a family that when we bring in new people, and then they fit in so well right away, like Patches does, and like you do, it makes it so much easier and so much more fun to just keep adding those types of people to our community. And it's amazing how much of our community is made up of those types of people.
Well, and I would certainly hope if you know, if someone is watching and they feel like they don't have a community,
Come on in. Yep.
We felt like that. We were like, are we the only people that get up at 7:00 in the morning on Saturday and watch PDC TV in
No,
the
you're not.
whole United States?
No,
So, like,
you are not.
And then to find out, you know, that there is so much happening in the indie community, right? That we have such a wonderful darts community. It's been really cool to be a part of it.
Ironically, you've worked in 3 big dart communities. Actually, Wisconsin is a huge dart community. They have the
Yes.
largest state tournament.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
Omaha has a great dart community as well.
Yep.
So it's just really funny.
I know. I was just making my way around, and then I
Detroit,
was.
Michigan has a good
Detroit
one too.
is
Yep.
big. Yep. But I was like, not until I go to London.
That's fair. That's fair. But Patch's game has improved greatly. And you're right. His form is textbook, and we'll see that tonight. We're going to talk about that tonight. Then you have Anthony, his partner, who is real quiet, real soft-spoken, which is funny with those 3 guys. He's picked up a little bit, but he's definitely going to be the. You guys are weird.
Yeah. He opened up to me about his cats.
Oh yeah, tell me the cat story.
We bonded. He has barn cats,
Yep.
so he could. And I'm very passionate about the indoor, outdoor, and respecting the outdoor cats.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Like there are cats that just want to live outside.
Mhm.
He told me. I hope the other cats are not watching tonight, but Bobby is his favorite. But he did have a cat
Hopefully Bobby's watching.
named Bocephus, who would fetch McDonald's French fry wrappers.
That's amazing.
That is very specific.
That's really specific. You got to wonder if he just had McDonald's all the time.
Right. I
And
was
those
like,
only rappers around.
I mean, yeah, how many rappers are out there?
How-
That's kind of what I'm wondering.
There's
Right.
a lot, and they're all
Right.
trying to
Yeah.
break into the music industry.
but you know, how many times did Anthony be like, I've got to go to McDonald's and get the French fries for the cats?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, Bocephus isn't going to be living his best life if I don't get McDonald's French fries.
Well, it's not his
tonight.
favorite cat anyway.
Just when
Right,
you-
so what does he care?
When he name drops Bocephus right in the middle of it too, like every
Yeah.
time he's talking, it's the greatest.
It really is.
But shout out to Bobby, who I guess doesn't have a trick, but he is the favorite.
And we'll see. I'm sure we'll see him at PerCon this summer.
There you
go.
go.
to PerConIndy.com.
Now they're taking on one gentleman you know very well because it's Patrick's partner, in league, and that's Brian Drew. Tell me about Brian.
Yeah, Brian is. I mean, the dude's got the biggest heart. He's a ton of fun.
Yep.
And he is. He's got a great attitude about darts. Like he's good at it, but he also he's in it to make sure that everybody. I feel like everybody around him has a good time when they're playing.
Yeah, I would say that for sure. He's definitely a good time person.
And we were at the Darts Players Indiana tournament recently, and it was really cool to see him just encouraging other players. Just like he's really good at what he does, but he's also really good for the sport.
And he made top 4.
He did,
which is great, and that's going to give him some confidence going into tonight. And I'm excited to see that. His partner is for whom the show is named after.
This guy,
Brandon Robbins, Cheddar Rob. He had himself a little gun-related accident.
He did
at Indiana State this year.
He did.
He had a couple more holes back there than he wanted to have for quite a while, but now he's all healed up and ready to go.
I am going to be honest with you, Sean. When I heard about this, I really did think somehow it was a dart.
Yeah.
Like that he was walking away from the board at
that
some
would have
point.
been way too calm.
Nah, that happens all the time.
Right. And then I'm here tonight and I'm like, oh no, this was an actual this wasn't.
This is the first night that the castle has had metal detectors.
Wow. Okay. I feel so much safer. Thank you.
Yeah. And armed security, you just can't see them.
Yep. They're in the walls. But of course, we don't need to worry about that. He's just going to shoot himself if he's going to shoot anybody. But I love it. Listen, it's going to be a great matchup. I'm excited to see how these players perform. A couple of them new to our arena. A couple of them are returning players, and a couple have been waiting for a very long time, like Brian.
Yes.
And so we're excited to get this go. It's a race to 8. Okay.
Okay.
So give me a final score prediction. Who wins?
Oh no!
And what's the final score?
You have to give me predictions first.
Well,
I don't go first.
All right, Jason.
Well, listen.
Usually ladies first, so I guess
we've had our first 2 shows of this season have both been last leg decided.
They sure have.
Ooh,
Right?
really? Okay.
Including the
really,
11:30 one yesterday.
Really
or last
excited
week.
about staying up so late. So
Hour and a half. Remember I said that? And then
Yeah.
It's a 2-hour show. We like to be done by 10.
he never said 2-hour show when we first started doing this.
It's all right.
Anyway,
Moving along,
so
guys. I got cats that want to go to bed.
I am going to go with a last leg decider, and I am going to go Patrick and Anthony with the upset win. I'm going to say it's an upset win, but I'm picking those 2 guys in an 8-7 win.
okay.
Ooh.
All
Okay.
right. There you go, KJ.
Why do we consider them the upset?
I don't know.
Okay.
He makes
All
up
right.
stuff.
I will tell you the most experienced and the highest average starter is Brandon.
Ooh. Oh,
Okay.
man. Okay.
But does Brandon play steel tip?
No.
That's an equalizer. It's a little bit of an equalizer for sure.
All right. I gotta ride home with him tonight.
Yeah.
And sleep in the same bed.
Yeah, I'm
with him
actually
tonight.
really surprised with how long this is taking you to make a prediction.
Yeah, really.
Your husband's on one of the teams.
I'm going 8-0.
There you go. Exactly what we were expecting.
Thank you. Now I know how good. I mean, everyone is great here, and I've seen, like I said, I've seen Brian play a great deal. So I do think it's going to be close as well, but I don't want to copy Jason here, so I'll go 8-6.
Oh, I like it.
Heck
8-6.
yeah.
Patrick and
Team Patches.
and Anthony, I like it. I'm going to fill the Tim role, and I'm going to take the opposite. Even though I love Patches, he's one of my favorite human beings of all time. I just want to see him crash and burn. So I'm going to pick Brian and Brandon. The show's named after him, so he's got to win. And
Sure.
8-5. That's
Okay.
my final score
All right.
prediction.
All right.
For no other reason than I just wanted to make a number up,
Okay.
and we'll see
All
if that's the right number.
All right. This is my favorite. I love making things up.
That's what we're here for the next hour and a half. And it's time to see who is right on their prediction. I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors for the stream, the Hog Rock Event Center, Billy O'Neill's Pub and Eatery, AtoZDarts.com, Magicware, On the Rocks, Reed Sales Music, Mikey's Pub and Grill, and Sideline Sports Pub. There's a lot. It's a lot of great locations. I'm Sean Green, joined by our guest host, the wonderful KJ McGlynn, and with the man, the myth, the legend, Jason Ives, on the controls. And then let's send it to the arena for our referee this evening, the Philly legend, Mr. Tim Neal.
Welcome to the Seas, Johnny Arse. I'm Tim. I am filling in for Keegan. Sorry about that. It's gonna be awful. You got Anthony and Patrick playing Brian and Brandon tonight. This is a best of 15 race to 8 match. We're starting off with it's cricket time. Anthony and Patrick won the piddle. Anthony will be throwing first. All the best. Game on!
He didn't seem really enthused.
It was great.
Yeah, he didn't seem really enthused there. We should have maybe put something in his coffee.
And
or
look
something.
at that, already
Try
a 180
harder,
on the board.
Tim.
Listen, that being said, that was by far our best Keegan Cam moment
What?
of the
Yeah,
season.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
So week 1, KJ,
Yeah.
Keegan had his spot, and then I guess something happened.
That's a 3-1.
He was not standing on his spot. Okay.
Okay.
So he was off camera the majority of the time of him doing his announcement. At the same time, we also didn't plug in his microphone, so he didn't hear anything either. Last week, we fixed one of those two things. We
Yes.
fixed the camera angle for him, so he was on
That's
camera
the one
perfectly centered. But and we actually turned on the microphone.
Mhm.
Tim just didn't slide up the slider, so it actually like had volume to it. So
Oh.
we were 0 for 2 heading into this week. Now we're 1 for 3, even with Tim doing it. That's a win.
Yeah. If we could just get all the enthusiasm and all the switches and the lights going at the same time.
You know, we're in
Yeah,
our
you know.
3rd season of the KJ Today Show, and all of those things are true for
Oh.
us.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, if something can go wrong, if anything can go wrong, it goes wrong on the day that we are doing our live
100%.
stream.
Never
Like,
before. It's
Nope.
always perfect the day of. And Jeff McMahon's like just having like the most flashback to every stream that he's done with this. It's actually been impressive how often he has everything ready to go, and the next day he shows up and something's messed up.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah. It's just the way. I mean, please respect and have
That is a
all the
5
love
mark.
for the people behind the scenes who try to just actually get this thing going, because
Yeah,
It
exactly.
is Brandon Robbins shooting right there. Just want to, so you guys probably don't know a lot of these guys. So let me identify them as we go forward. That is Brandon, the little ginger in the house.
Little why do you call him little?
Hey, wait a second. I'm
he
the
had-
little,
he
I'm
owns
the little
guns, Jason.
ginger in the house.
And Paul Rogers says the mic was still a little quiet, but still was good.
Paul.
Love you, Paul.
Yeah.
Paul also needs hats, Jason. Can you
Yeah.
just send those to him
Paul
so he stops being negative in our
Paul
chat again?
sends stars and he thinks he can just be critical and everything.
Well, he's just expecting hats.
Oh, look
Speaking
at that
of which-
big last.
Ooh, okay.
I love how Patrick has so many nicknames from so many different people too.
He does. He does.
Like that's a good thing,
Do you
right?
know, so his family name is Mac. If you want to go like way
Okay.
back, you can call him Mac. He's gonna hate me for this, but he went through, like in your preteen years when you're trying to start really identifying yourself who you are.
Yeah.
He made his family call him Rick for a little while.
Rick?
yeah. So he's gonna
Patrick.
my.
he may not give me a ride home after
Oh,
that,
my.
but yeah, it's
Let's go, Ricky baby.
You're going to be looking for a new co-host in your show here pretty soon.
you know what? I just double checked, and I have the keys to the car. So we're
She
safe.
literally did just check her
I
purse
did.
pocket
I
to
was
make
like,
sure she
yep.
did have the keys.
That there is Anthony Wagner. Anthony recently retired, but he shoots out of northern Indiana, about 30 miles north of Lafayette. KJ, you did mention your show. Why don't you give us a little bit of a plug? I got the pleasure of watching that show.
Good for Mark.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes. So KJ Today, it is, you can find us on YouTube, KJ Today. It is the place for the positive vibes of pop culture, people to know, and pets. So what I, kind of took away from all the things I've done in my career, whether it's, the Smiley Morning Show, Pet Pals TV, where I'm the kitty correspondent, is that people want me to talk about nerdy things. They expect me to find celebrities, which is a lot harder than you think it is to
I'm
find
sure.
celebrities.
Especially you're here. There's only so many.
Right. And,
Nice.
talking about pets, I mean, cats are cats is my
Solid
big thing.
5
But
mark there from Brian.
everybody loves to talk about pets. So, yeah, we do a live stream once a month. The first Wednesday of every month, we go live, and then in between, I bring you celebrity interviews and what's going on in the pet world in Indianapolis. So
I love it.
it's a lot of fun. If you go to the YouTube channel, you're always going to find something positive.
That's
which
the
is
point
what
lead.
I'm
Went
trying to
down
do.
to try and close 17s, but he did get the point lead back.
Sometimes Jason asks you a question, and then he'll cut
He's
you
like,
off
I don't
to
care.
talk about the
He's
darts.
like, I do not
He stopped
care.
listening a good
Yeah.
2-3
He's
minutes
like,
ago.
sorry,
KJ,
did you
tell
guys-
me about what you're doing.
Yeah. Did you guys say something? I apologize.
Usually, he's not even on the cameras, let alone the microphone.
This is the standard response when I start telling people.
Oh, that's a
about my
great dart
show.
from Brandon. I like his throw. I do like his throw a lot.
Mhm.
He's got to hang in there on the third dart. Tends to step it off a little bit on that third dart, but yeah, he's got a great throw.
Here's Patches.
Patch has got some brilliant form. The first time I met Patrick, I was amazed at his mechanics. His mechanics are almost perfect.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot wrong in that at all.
Mm.
That's for sure. And did he shave his head for tonight? Because it looks extra smooth.
He did shave his head.
I was about to
yes,
say, it does look extra smooth. I mean that in a good way.
just for you, Sean.
Ah, well, he knew what I was going to like.
He likes you better than me.
This is Brian Drew shooting.
We'll never know if Brian
Brian
shaved his
was
head for us.
was the only guy ever scheduled to be on the siege, but he, unfortunately, he had to cancel. He had COVID.
Yeah, it's not a
So,
good.
Yeah.
It's a great reason.
Yeah,
not a good
It's just
situation.
terrible timing.
Is it also terrible timing that Anthony's wearing a jersey with bullet holes in it?
Oh my God.
Big first there from Anthony, closing out the 16s. Takes that point lead too.
He has the most interesting form.
It's right straight
Yeah.
just to the eye and
it
through.
is.
Opening up with cricket here. Following this, we got 4 games of 0-1 back to back to back to back.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Back to back to back to back.
You could. Nicely done. And you did the
There you
exact
go.
same cadence too. That was
Yeah.
impressive. That's a
Cool.
trip 10. Stepping on over. I've been impressed with, first of all, obviously, we knew Patrick was going to be Patrick.
Mhm.
But I've been really impressed with Anthony early on. He's been very solid too.
Yeah.
What's their average right now in this one, Jason?
2-7 and a 3-1. Patches.
3-1. Nothing to sneeze at.
Yep. 3-1 and steal. Certainly a great dart.
Interesting. He's going for points with the high ground. And I'm okay with that all day long, even with that point lead. Although 3-15s might have just slammed the door.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows Brian's up, and maybe he thinks Brian hates 15s.
Crucial throw for here. Brian's going to go close. No, he stays right there with points.
Those are 3 Seans. They were very fat in the 15. So as Anthony steps up, he's going to try and close those 15s, I believe.
Yeah, he's holding that 3-point lead. It's a slim
Mhm.
lead. As soon as he misses, you might see him go points. Let's see what happens.
Rosner, what are you even saying? You need a heart attack for free with this fingers.
Oh, big glass right there. Picks up the trip 19. 76 points on the board. Widens that gap.
Jason Watt says, hey, KJ.
Oh, hi, Jason.
Jason, one of the 4 players that joined us at
He
PopCon.
was at PopCon, yes.
4:15.
Him, Jim Long, Jules Van Dongen, and Alex Spellman.
Yes. Alex Spellman will be with us on Shooting the Bull on Thursday night.
Oh,
Yes.
that's always great. He's, let's put it this way. If I would have asked him more questions in his interviews a couple weekends ago, he would have had a much longer interview than anyone else. He's great for communication and talking.
He is. He's good for the sport, and as media and marketing director, I appreciate seeing him in there. Like, he truly has the conversations with darts fans when they have questions.
No,
right? Like,
absolutely.
he's jumping in there and really explaining the game and kind of giving that perspective of, this is what we're doing to grow it, and this is why we do what we do. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a big fan of Alex. He also adopted a dog from a tournament that he was in.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, his dog was our pet of the week on the KJ.
That's
Today
amazing.
show.
Anthony really needs to close the 15s here.
That one was way off the 15.
There it is.
But he
on
gets
that
back in
last.
there.
There you go.
Ooh.
That second one was at the 19s.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. Brandon, gonna need a lot of bowls. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to go for the closes here. There's just too much to do on steel tip. I would say that if it was soft tip, I'd take that shot at the 19s, 18s, and 16s, and that's a little bit of the difference between the 2 games.
Mhm.
It's about who hits, not who misses. And we'll see if Patches can hit 3 bowls. The Billy O'Neill's bullseye cam.
The Billy Bull.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, Billy.
Needs one more.
Oh, fell a little bit low.
You blew it.
Man, So disappointing.
Could have been the hero, ended up the GOAT.
Still real quiet. You'll notice that, KJ. These first couple of legs, everybody's super quiet in the room, and unless somebody hits a big shot. But by the end of the match, everybody's talking. And
They said beforehand they were already talking trash to each other. And I was like, Anthony does not. He's
Yeah.
such a sweetheart.
I
Look
wouldn't
at
talk
him.
trash to Brandon. He shoots people in the butt.
And Anthony already has the bullet holes in the jersey.
Right.
I told him that if he's going to shoot himself, you think it's going to be any harder to shoot you guys?
Ooh.
118.
He said nope. So I'm going to guess that was a nope
Nope.
throw there. 40 points down is Brandon. He's checking with Tim on the amount of points down. He does find one. But, well,
Brandon's very much a confidence shooter. As soon as he gets his confidence going here, we'll see him light it up a little bit.
it's really just the fact that Patrick and Anthony shot so well
Mm-hmm.
in this opening leg. But is he going to get the job done? Nope. He went all the way around that bad boy. Little high, little low.
All right, 2 bulls for Brian right here, and he's going to take that point lead back, make him waste a dart on points.
And they're all popping into that board. That Winmore Blade 6. Triple core.
No score.
And you got Nada there at the end of this one.
Yeah,
Let's
one of
keep
those
it right
boards.
here. Anthony just looking for 1 bull for the first leg win.
Just un más. Un más bull, por favor. No gracias. That was an extra point, though, which helps. That one was already closed.
118.
You got 118, which does add an extra bull technically to the score.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now it's 58. But that bullseye is really small. No matter how big it looks on your screen. But they're Super Bowl.
There you go. Does pick up 1 on the last dart. Patch is still looking for that single bullseye to get that first win on the board.
He had 2 in his first time at it.
A little bit of nerves now.
Yeah, when the first one goes, the shoulders relax so much. That was a good dart. That was a worse dart.
Yep.
Mm.
Wrong side. All right, 2 bulls will get the point lead back for him. That's going to be crucial right here.
All right, chat. Who do you have winning this bad boy? What's your scoreline prediction? Where are you guys tuning in from? Let us know in the comments.
No score.
We're zoning in, getting a Billy Bull cam. A good workout this
Tell you
morning.
what.
This afternoon.
Billy.
Have you had the wings at Billy's?
I have not,
I'll
but
tell you what, it's one of my favorite
he's going to
things.
owe me one if
Oh,
this
but-
bullseye never is hit again.
It's one of my favorite things about watching Patches.
There it
There
is.
it is.
Anthony gets the job done, and he's going to
Mhm.
take his time stepping it up there, making sure that Tim calls it out.
Goes to
Just needed me to talk about the wings.
Anthony.
That's all it was. Now I love those wings. You telling me what?
Oh my gosh, I think they're like dollar wings. I think when I'm there, like I don't know, there's some sort of special.
I love it. Wings are always great,
Brandon
but
go first.
if they're known for their wings, that's even
All the
better.
best.
They are.
Nick Thompson sending 99 stars for that. Appreciate you, buddy. It won't let me have the option to send more. Well, that's because you know. Anyway, Rosner is making fun of someone's height, which is ironic.
Whose height?
Thank you, Nick.
Brian Drews.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go in there and stand next to him, and that'll help.
Well, Rosner is shorter than you, so that's
Nobody is shorter than me here. Come
exactly, and Rosner is. Anthony, going to get started here in leg number 2. It is going to be 0-1 now. And that's 90 scored to start off from Anthony.
Folks, give us a like, give us a share. Let's get the viewers that these players deserve. Big shout out to our sponsors, Magic Wear Sidelines, Hog Rock, Reads Music,
30.
Sells Music, A to Z Darts on the Rocks. Thanks, everybody, for contributing and helping us bring this to you most every Tuesday.
Carlos Rosner is very petite. Like an extra small in boys.
Oh, we could share clothes.
I told you. Well, If you haven't heard yet, the PDC just announced the 2025 U.S. Darts Masters lineup. World number 1 Luke Humphreys will be joined by teenage sensation Luke Littler, who's a current world champion, defending champion Rob Cross at this event, Nathan Aspinall, Gerwin Price, Damon Hedda, who we mentioned earlier. I'm excited to see him. Stephen Bunting, and, of course, Michael Van Gerwen. Joining them so far are the Americans Danny Lobby Jr., who we all know here in Indy, Jules Van Dongen, and Leonard Gates, along with Canadians Matt Campbell and Jim Long. Check out the full player lineup and travel tips for New York with A to Z Darts travel guide for the 2025 U.S. Darts Masters. Again, that's a-zdarts.com.
36.
Sometimes you stumble, but you get through it.
You did good, man. Proud of you.
I'll take it. That's the nicest thing any guest host ever said to me.
I'm cheering you on, Sean.
Look at Brian's eyes. He's focused.
Yeah, he is.
There's a lot of focus in those eyes, and I don't know if that's a good thing for him. Is he usually that serious when he's played? He's not, right?
No.
So the fact that he's doing something different concerns me.
Yep.
If that makes sense. The fact that they're all quiet and they were all not quiet human beings, besides Anthony, concerns me.
I agree.
It's early days. Getting their feet wet.
Weirdly enough, Patrick's 9 doesn't concern me because I know he's going to pick that up.
60.
Yeah, and good 60 response.
Yeah. Already calling out Tim early in the match.
I mean,
I tell you what.
You got to see how the referee's going to react to certain situations. Are they going to give him that extra points or not?
Have you ever done any refereeing?
No. That is
too
the
much
one
pressure,
place.
right?
Yeah, it's the one place where I probably should be fine standing there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you're standing there and you see darts go in, you're like, huh? What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do math at all now.
And I think we got one of the best referees around in Keegan.
36.
Keegan's quite the character.
Oh, yeah.
It's really disappointing, but he and I can't be in the same room together for
Keegan would be a
reasons
good.
I can't speak of.
He'd be a good CDC referee, honestly.
Would he?
Yeah, he'd have to tighten up some of the stuff,
Yeah.
because he'd definitely say something.
That is his dream.
But
That is
stop
his
it.
dream.
For-
Yeah, he's thinking, I want to get on the CDC and do that. Yeah.
Well, we have a couple stops in Indy.
We do.
And it's not like we wouldn't fight him if he can grab the microphone. I'm sure the players definitely wouldn't fight him. There's not going to be a
Definitely
single player
not.
that's going to be like, I want to do the streaming this time.
Right.
There's not one player.
No.
So
Yeah, it'll be all about Keegan before it's all over with.
Listen,
that's fine.
tell
We need
Keegan,
characters.
go out to Brownsburg, introduce himself to Peter. Within a year, he'll have a job. That's how it worked for me.
You know, that's actually, I reached out to him just randomly out of nowhere from my youth dart club when I started up in
Did you?
at Westfield, just to invite him to our first adult youth invitational.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to my friend Patrick for hooking that up, and he came.
87.
Drove from Chicago to Noblesville just because I had
No kidding.
12 kids in a dart club, and he just wanted to see. Danny Lobby came to that dart club tournament too.
That's awesome.
So shout out to them. Larry Butler came to our second year of it when we had 24 kids and 24 adults playing.
Oh, wow.
And then COVID hit and ruined everything. But
Of course.
but
How
yeah,
are you now? Do we have the kids back playing?
there's probably 15, 18 kids that are in this year.
Okay.
Just not.
Fire 126.
I wish I could put more into it.
I don't
than I'm able to
understand,
now.
Sean. You have so much
Brian,
time on your hands.
That's what I'm saying. Brian Drew, 126, going to start on the 19s. Ideally. He didn't need to, though. His opponents are on 183. He's just trying to make things even.
Mm-hmm.
90 left. He goes to the bullseye. Leaves
Yeah,
65 when he returns, or when his partner returns. That's not bad. Patrick's going to try and put some pressure on. But then I met Peter there, and after that, it's been history.
That's awesome.
Also, the last time I've talked to him where he was completely professional the whole time.
There you go. That's that big dart he's looking for. There you
Oh,
go. Look
big
at
darts.
that.
Does put a lot of pressure on. Leaves 62
Brandon,
with that 1-2-1. That's more like it from Patches. And
Yeah,
what
it
a
is.
time shot. Do you go 25 for bull or 25 for tops? You go the 15s. You go 2.
2, apparently.
He
is the way
went
to
two.
go.
Needed.
13
That's
needs
another route.
Yeah, 13's the right shot here. You want to at least leave your shot at leave a shot at the bullseye. And a treble actually leaves 24, which is not bad.
Mhm.
So bullseye. Oh, the Billy Bullseye Cam takes another victim.
40 scores.
25 left.
Anthony, you require 62.
Can Anthony close out that 1-2-1 setup from Patches? Heck of a timing from teammates if they do get this.
Mm-hmm.
Ideal right to triple 10 for double 16.
I hope he's really thinking about it. Get out of your head, man.
I'm okay with him thinking about it behind the line.
Yep.
Now that he's here, he should have that plan in place.
There are a couple of out charts located in the arena. for these
There's the
players to
trip
use.
10. Beautiful first
Oh,
start.
look at that.
Double 16.
Ooh.
Keep it right here for the double 8.
Oh, just on the wire.
Oh, wow.
And here comes Brian.
Brian, you require 25.
Fun fact, his brother has him in his phone as Fat B Word.
All right, 13 left. Needs to get to an out.
Gotta love Scott. And actually, it's the reverse, too. So Brian also has Scott in his phone as that. That's why you're brothers. And that's a little bit too much from Brian.
Overachiever. Patrick, you require 16.
Double 8. Again, something that's going to just calm down the nerves completely if you hit this. Or if you do that, then it's going to raise them right back up again.
Oh.
Double out.
Wow.
Wow.
That's the that's the chalker equivalent of you can't park there. Well, there's the one. Double 12. Double 12.
13 score, 12 left. Anthony, you require 16.
Looking for that red bit, the double 8.
Fatality, welcome to the club. And actually, if you can hit a lot of those 26s in a couple weeks, that'd be grand. No pun intended on the grand board. Double 4. Double 4. Double 4.
My bad.
Double 4.
Overachiever.
And I thought Tim was bad.
Mm.
Yeah,
He's just sitting there on his phone typing back. You know you have a microphone. Like you can just talk to them.
Shout out to Craig from Fatality Games tuning in with us. Look forward to entertaining Craig coming over from England to play on the Siege here in a couple of weeks.
And little does he know, his opponent sucks.
Yes. He's playing against Sean.
You
Oh.
require
Yeah, we're having 4 dart streamers come from around the world. One from South Carolina, one from Michigan, one from England, and then Sean.
Yeah, Sean.
Yeah.
And then Sean.
Yep, and it's
That's
going to
it.
be like that in the order of how the pair goes.
And when is this?
2 weeks. For,
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
2 weeks on a Wednesday.
Yeah, it's our first Wednesday Siege.
Yeah.
Oh, right
So it's a
on.
special occasion anyway. Double 3 for Brandon. This to make it 1-1. Double 3 is, I hate this double so much. And that's why.
Yeah.
Can happen.
Because if you do that, now it's just
Anthony
even more
requires
annoying to
16.
be in the absolute madhouse, the triple madhouse. As Anthony still on double 8. They've done a great job of at least leaving back double 8.
Yes.
I don't really mean that in just too much. It could be easily be double 1 at this point. Now it's 5.
Oh.
5 left.
3 for double 1 or 1 for double 2. I think Patches just said 3 for double 2. I think it's dead serious. Anthony does not agree with it.
You have 5 left.
Aaron, stop being a Philly Legend fan. There you go.
All right,
Double.
double 2. Ah. There's a lot of buildup for that double 2.
Yeah, and we didn't even get a camera view of it.
Yeah.
All right, 1 for double 1. Jason, 1 for double 1.
All right.
Oh, and he hits the triple 1.
Oh. Oh, no.
Let's just give it to him.
I mean, that was really close.
It was so close. Like, he deserves it.
How about Patches? You practice this.
He's done a lot of the practice with it tonight so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
All right, Brandon, you got 3 left.
Yeah.
There's no round out, no 1, unfortunately. 1 for double 1. We could play this
There
for
it
an
is.
hour,
Wow,
and Brandon
there it
takes care
is.
of it.
Yep.
Shooter. Puts a leg on the board.
All right, let's do that again.
Oh,
All right,
can
leg
we?
3,
Mm.
5
Can they be a
left.
little bit better on doubles this time, though?
Yeah,
That'd be
let's do a
great.
little bit better on doubles.
That being
guys.
said, they did a fantastic
Anthony,
job.
all the best, game on.
Fantastic job scoring overall.
That 121 was huge.
Yeah.
Didn't capture the game for him, but
No,
it was huge.
it
Put
was
him right in.
worthless at the end of the day, but
Yep.
it was a great 3 darts. Well, great 2 darts after the first dart.
60.
Sure, the whistling back there, they're trying to distract Anthony. And he don't play
So
like that.
rude.
No.
He's a nice man. He
I
loves his
wouldn't-
cats.
I bet they don't do that to Brandon.
Especially Bobby.
Oh, Bobby's the best cat.
60.
Interesting cat name, honestly.
It is. He also has one named Limpy.
Limpy,
Came back with some sort of injury.
and then Brosphorus or whatever. What was it?
So Bocephus.
Bocephus.
Has left us.
Yes,
R.I.P.
But-
Bocephus.
but that's another interesting cat name.
It is. It is. Do you have any pets? You got a wild house with the
I have 2.
the children.
My oldest is 7. Her name is Sophia. My youngest is 3.5. Her name is Savannah. And my wife actually has 3 pets. Her oldest is 37. His name's Sean.
25.
Sounds about right.
Yep. So that being said, we used to have a dog when Sophia was before Sophia was born to the time she was about 1.5, 2, and named Slade, who was fantastic. But we had to relocate him in Colorado because there was just a couple times where Sophia doesn't understand that she
Oh, sure.
and he was older at that point, so didn't want to hurt him.
Was there a reason he had to go all the way to Colorado?
Family was there, so
Okay.
that way.
Like we're gonna need
Yeah.
to get him really far away.
Yeah, no, so far.
Uh-oh.
Colorado was the best. No, there was a lot of land on the spot, and
Aw.
it was family. So,
Well,
he
that's
had a
great.
great rest of his life and he's kept kicking for another 5 years, which was fantastic. So, that was our only real pet. We've had a couple of fish, but those don't really count.
Fish count?
No, not these ones.
Oh man.
These ones had no personality, so that don't
Really?
count. Yeah, I killed them. I
We had
didn't
a
kill him.
hermit
I
crab.
didn't.
Yeah.
We had a hermit crab.
That
Did you?
doesn't count
Yeah.
either.
That don't
Yes,
really
it
count.
does.
What was his name?
We didn't name him.
You see,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
means it doesn't
that's so
count.
rude.
Yeah, we could have
And
called
then-
him Ping Pong because I won him with a ping pong ball.
And then, of course, Jason's past dog was actually featured on our one of our first jerseys.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Crumbs.
Shout out to Crumbs.
Mm.
Yep. Rest in peace.
That's still his bed.
Aw.
Yeah, you're actually in his area where he would be. So he's gonna
Oh,
haunt you tonight.
Okay. All right.
Um,
No problem.
Oh,
Ooh, that's our first bounce out of the night.
it was probably a triple 20 too.
Yeah.
Speaking of haunting, does anybody else, when they go into that bathroom, have lights flickering? Or?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. I just
No,
wanted to
just
make
you.
sure.
Yeah.
It's never flickered before.
I also spent 2 seasons on a paranormal show, so I was like, do I need
That's so funny.
do I need to call for help, Jason?
Speaking of which, do you being on a paranormal show? Do you believe in ghosts?
I mean, I don't have any choice.
Yeah.
The weird stuff that happened that we couldn't explain away.
Good.
It
That excites me over
Yeah.
my life. Because you
uh,
never know, right?
Right.
You never know if it's behind the scenes, if they're just doing stuff just to make it.
Do you
know.
watch the? Do you watch?
I've watched like
shows?
Ghost Hunters and
Yeah.
things like that. And you hoped that it's based on a lot of like real stuff because
Yeah, I mean
it's
that's
cool to have that stuff out there.
that's always how I was like it. You know, I can't explain it away.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but I also can't explain it
No,
away.
for sure.
28.
That's really good. What was craziest experience there?
Well, the craziest experience. So the show itself wasn't supposed to be a show. We had a touch lamp that was turning itself on.
Oh.
And I of course did the logical thing and started talking
Of course.
to it.
Yeah.
And it
If
was
anyone knows you're gonna make friends with it.
Right. I was like, okay, well, look, if I'm going to think I'm crazy, then I at least need to know why I'm going to think I'm crazy here. So if I'm really crazy, then go full on and, turned all the way on. And I had a friend who
41.
was on a paranormal show on Amazon Prime. And so
Magic
I was
Fire,
like,
153.
you want to come over and also talk to this lamp with me?
Patch is first one to look at it out here.
And that was how we
There you-
created a show.
Well, Patches gets rid of the 3 first. That's a smart dart. With all this time, you might as well.
Mhm.
43.
Leaves 110. Brian P. Drew, all the way back on 274. Stands for Party Animal. I mean,
That he is.
I wear a backwards hat too. I know how to party. And that's exactly what he's doing here. He could have done the Patches move and just shaved his head to make himself look all sparkly for tonight, but instead he just went with the backwards hat, and I appreciate that.
It's all good.
Anthony requires.
Actually got 3 hats and patches. Patches shoes are fantastic, by the way.
Are they great? I was wondering when someone was going to mention them.
You see them right away. It's almost like Tim's shoes. And if you notice a yellow hue firing to the back of the wall back there, that's because Tim's shoes are so brightly colored yellow that any light whatsoever automatically reflects. That's why the players aren't throwing really well right now. There's too much light in the arena, and they're blinded.
We're going to go home tonight, and Patches is going to be like, Tim's shoes ruined my chance on the siege.
Like, you see his flights, Patches' flights, that's Tim's shoes.
Oh. Patches has some shoes that are that color as well, but it didn't go with the jersey tonight.
59.
Smart switch there. Blocked himself out of the 20. Switched down on the
Patrick
19s.
require 83.
Still not sitting on an out, though. Patrick looking at 83. Trip 17, double 16.
Our friend Emily Porter's in the chat saying, best commentary ever. Hey, do you also want to come talk to this lamp with me?
66.
Thank you.
16 for Bowl is the route, but his opponents aren't on a finish, so he doesn't really have to do this, but it's more fun if you do. He didn't. He played it smart. What an idiot.
Man.
Well, then
That's what
he
you
just
get.
ruined it.
I don't know what that last start was at.
Yeah, I don't know either. Was he trying to leave 26? Was
Yeah.
that's Leonard Gates' number for a not good reason. And a good reason, technically.
Well, we saw Patches put a 121 and put pressure on it last time. Let's see what Brian can do here.
He left the big fish, then he lost it. And he left the finish, though.
37.
But Anthony coming up with 45
Anthony
left.
required
This is to
45.
make it a 2-1 lead. Race to 8.
We're going to
It's
find
approaching
out
9 o'clock.
if he's a steel tipper or a soft tipper. Let's see what we got. He's a soft tipper.
That's okay. Luke Leather make double 15 cool again.
Oof.
And then he split it for double 10. That's even better.
We'll keep it right here.
It's a happy little accident. What's also not a happy little accident is that Jason's zoomed in this camera too much. And so we never know where that dart went.
We'll
He
never
left
know.
double 7, I believe. Yep.
Brandon, you
Ooh.
require 148.
This would be sweet. Oh. Again, just trying to put pressure on. Double 7's one of my least favorite doubles on the board. Double 7, double 3.
44.
It seriously becomes like almost a shock when I hit them.
Yeah.
I mean, any doubles, but definitely those ones.
I mean, I wish I had a lot of confidence here.
We don't
but
have double 7. You at the bottom of the board cam actually picks up kind of nicely. He's splitting it anyway, so that's even better. Double 4. Because nobody misses double 4. Unless your name is Patches, then you dive, dip, dive, and dodge
you
those
require 104.
double 4s. 104 left for P. Diddy. 86 now. Treble 18 for 32. Not going to go. 68 left. Treble 20 for double 4. Leaves 48 when he returns, if he returns, but Anthony with double 2. He's hit it already.
Anthony require 4.
For more double. KJ.
It's pretty.
And
look
he
at that
pins it
first
first
start.
start again.
No. That's right.
AW with W with another W on the board. 2-1 lead.
All right, let's play 501 again.
By the way, he missed it last time. I'm just saying they just hit it twice. He only
Brandon
hit it
will
once.
throw first. All the
But it
best.
sounds
Game
better.
on.
Brandon stepping up as we're going to thank our sponsors here real quick, right in the middle of this. Billy O'Neill's, Sideline Sports Pub, Hog Rock Event Center, Magic Darts, of course, A to Z Darts, and Reed Sales Music, Magic Wear,
65.
and I didn't see the last one, On the Rocks, and Mikey's Pub and Grown. And, of course, ourselves, To The Point Streaming. We sponsor ourselves.
We'd like
more
to
than
thank
anything else.
ourselves.
We really do. You know what I mean?
Actually, it's everyone in the chat that is that gives us stars that really pay for
Yeah.
for everything
Can't
else that we
thank you
got.
guys enough. Pleasure to have you all along with us.
You guys are the best.
45.
Emily says whisper to the lamp. She's still on that. Reagan Windsor, what's up?
I didn't whisper to the lamp. I talked to the lamp.
Reagan,
Full sentences.
Reagan, where are you located? How far away are you from Indianapolis? It can't be that bad if you're in Illinois. Because, Kenny Windsor, right, Jason?
Yep.
Reagan is Kenny's daughter.
Yep. I've met
She is
Reagan
a
before.
fantastic young dart player now.
Love to get her on the show. Love to get anybody from Illinois on the show, to be honest with you. It's a neighboring state. We haven't had an entry from Illinois in a while.
I used to think it was pronounced Illinois.
No, you did not.
Yeah.
For real?
I mean, that's how it's pronounced or how it's spelled.
No. You also say Kroger's?
No.
Okay.
No, my mom does, though. She worked at Kroger's for a very long time and still couldn't say it right.
I was so confused when I moved here and Marsh was still a thing, too.
Yeah,
so
I just threw out my fresh idea card the other day.
Did you really?
I really did. I
Oh,
was like,
man, I miss Marsh.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't understand how that
It was
got
like
screwed
the
up.
bougie grocery store.
It was.
You know?
It was. Yeah.
Carlos from Silence sent us 500 stars. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you, Carlos.
Oh, very
Appreciate you.
nice. Sidelines has a nice setup.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like to go there too, and I don't play. I like to
Food.
go and watch those.
The
The food's good too.
Food's fantastic
Mhm.
there.
Well, in that Thursday blind draw that they have, soft tip, every year, some of our CDC players, they always make that their Thursday night stop.
Oh,
is
do
at the
they
blind draw.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Gino
fun.
Florian and Big Ed Levesque.
Love those guys.
Rosner has assured me, because he says I'm sure,
Mm-hmm.
that you could get WZPL to sponsor us. And I thought to myself, why can't I just get WZPL to hire me? And therefore,
11.
KJ, if you got that hookup, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm
I
just kidding.
mean, the last time I talked with them,
Exactly.
I was fired.
Exactly.
So.
Okay, maybe not.
So
Yeah.
maybe the
I don't know.
KJ Today show
Yeah.
is Patches not or Patches still built?
The Siege brought to you by Doctor Who.
That's so
man,
amazing.
That would be great.
McManimal sent 250 stars just for being a McManimal.
I've been on the Smiley Show multiple times since then. Everybody wants to, like, if you followed along with the show, people want, like, dirt, right? Like, what really happened?
Yeah. I don't
Nothing.
think
Like, corporate people
Yep.
made corporate decisions.
Yep.
There's no book, I promise. There's no true Hollywood
Yeah.
story there. It
But
just
couldn't you
was what
just
it
make
was.
something up?
No,
I mean, you know.
that's worse, right?
Just make something up and
Like,
sell some books.
I wish I could.
she actually has a book.
I do have a book.
Yep.
Yes.
You want to talk about that?
Uh,
Because it just came out, right?
No.
like,
It's, I just promoted it again. I'm
Okay,
really bad
gotcha.
at promoting it.
fair.
And, I have a book called "Raised by Cats: Behind the Mic and the Meows."
I love that.
It shares a little bit about cats and a little bit about my life in radio and my practice cat, Reggie, that poor guy. I knew
29.
nothing about cats, and he traveled around all the different radio stations
You
with
called
me.
him your
and-
practice cat?
well, I didn't while he was here.
You have one ear and three legs by the time you're on with him? I'm just
Well,
practicing. Okay.
No, that's why the second kid is always better than the first, and
Right,
the third's
right.
always better than the second.
There's so many things I know now that I didn't. That looking back, I publicly apologized to Reggie in my book because I was like, wow, do I owe that cat an apology? Because while I thought I was giving him the best life, I did not know that I was not giving him.
It happens the best of
It
us.
is. It is. You become an adult and you're like, oh, I can take care of an
52.
animal. And then you become an actual adult and you're like, I probably shouldn't have been taking care of an animal when I was a teenager still.
That's all right.
But he was a good boy. He made Patches a cat man, by the way.
Well, there you go. That's all you needed to say.
People think I'm a crazy cat lady when I say I have 7 cats. And I'm like, look, I had 1 cat when I met that man, and he said he didn't like cats. And now I can't take him to anything that has cats available for adoption because he'll bring them all home.
Mm-hmm.
It's him,
Yeah.
not me.
Honestly, it makes perfect sense. He's always been just he's not only a great human being, but just a big softie too.
Yes. It's part
So
of
if
the
anything's
reason.
super
yeah.
cute, he's like, "Yep, I'm in."
Yes. I mean, it's part of the reason I love him. He's
Mm-hmm.
got a big heart.
39.
Jason has a bad heart.
Oh, no.
You could love him for that.
Patrick, you require
Like I do.
I've got a lamp, too, if you want to talk to it.
The one in the
I'm
bathroom
sorry.
flashes.
Yeah.
I only talk to lamps if they start the conversation.
that's
All right. So
The bathroom lamp she talked to. That's where she went for a good 5 minutes.
I
earlier.
was like, what is going on in here?
Like, can you
102.
follow me, dude?
Not a great score there for Patches. Giving him 99.
We got 99 problems, and it takes 3 darts to solve them.
It was a little clunky, but I liked it.
Yeah, it's
55.
bad.
Brandon's throwing a little fast.
I was going to ask you about
yeah.
Brandon.
99.
Is this has he surprised you?
He surprised me as not hitting that trip as often as he could. He's blocked himself out a couple of times. He's getting up to that line and not taking a breath. He's throwing right away as soon as he gets up there, and he's just gonna need a couple of legs to get comfy.
Well, I mean this in the best way possible. This on the Rocks crew is such a big, great Southern Indiana group of darters that most of them are watching.
Yeah.
And you know that he's going to have that extra kind of pressure built in just automatically because he's going to go back to on the rocks like everyone else has. And are you coming back with a trophy or are you not?
Yep.
And are you coming back throwing your best stuff or are you going to get made fun of for 3 weeks in league
Well, we've seen
before
it
anyone else comes on the show?
When we did our coaches trip, they've got a little cabinet in the bar there that they keep all the trophies in.
Yep.
No kidding.
Yeah, all the C's trophies.
Oh, yeah, that is pressure.
And
I'm
they've
sorry, dude.
they've got quite a little winning streak coming out of On the Rocks. So a lot of pressure on those guys.
75.
We're trying to start a little bit of rivalry between On the Rocks and Hog Rock, right?
Oh,
Because they're
okay.
about 30
Then
minutes
who's
apart.
from Hog Rock in this one?
Well,
Oh, that rivalry's not starting yet?
yeah. Well, Brandon
You thought
shoots
about
out
it?
of Hog Rock quite a bit too.
Ooh, double six.
Double six.
Ooh.
That's okay.
Yeah, that was a great first start from Patches. Unable
Brandon,
to
you require 66.
to sew the game shut. And Brandon's going to step up. Trip 11 leaves 33. Now 22.
Oh, and he did the math wrong, I'm
You
betting.
messed up.
Yeah, he sure did. And so that's actually a happy little accident.
54.
He ends up leaving
scored.
6, which is not good.
No.
No, 22.
I thought 6-11s would equal 66. I thought he would.
Yeah.
I thought he just had it down straight of what he was
Yeah,
going to do. It was
maybe-
it was definitely an awkward way to go about it. But now I realize that it was just a math mistake, and that happens to everybody.
He loves 11s.
Double six for Anthony. And
There
he
it is,
pins it
first dart.
again. Anthony Wagner, ladies and gentlemen. Wags has been MVP so far. Just the
Alright,
consistent,
currently 3-1,
taking the
Anthony and
checkouts.
Patrick.
and realistically, it should be 4-0.
We're
Yeah.
still in a
It's
Would
fair
you argue
point.
that?
Leg
No,
over.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
Anthony goes first.
Anthony
voted
was
best game
recommended
all-
to us by Danny Hughes, one of the Reed sales guys up there in Northern Lafayette. He finished, he won state level 1 this year.
He won it?
Yeah.
I didn't know you won it. I thought you were saying he played in it.
No, he won state level 1 this year. He's certainly got some skills on him.
Of course he does then.
Old-time school steel tip shooter.
Wait, so he's a steel tip shooter. He won Indiana State soft tip,
81.
level 1. And you picked, or you said that Brandon and Brian were the favorites?
Well, yeah, because of Brandon. Brandon, these guys have shot together before. They're familiar with each other's game a little bit. They know each other. So I was really looking for something coming out of these guys, but the mechanical form of Patches is just perfect, right? And I think that's really getting Anthony very comfy in what he's doing.
And it's also going to lead to a lot of things like this.
Well,
But
yeah.
more consistently, it's going to lead to a lot of consistency
Yeah,
from
and-
Patches. Even when he's not on his game, he's still hitting 60s and 55s instead of
Mhm.
Yep.
7.
And every 0-1 game we've had, those guys are always the first to the out,
Mhm.
right? So they had that opportunity where it feels like the other guys are always chasing. Got to
And-
give a shout out to Brian's beautiful wife, Jennifer, who's celebrating her
Averaging those
birthday with us today.
Yeah. Jenny, happy birthday once again. Red velvet cake is here that I can't eat, but I smelled it
Yeah.
earlier and it looked
Good.
great.
Nothing like bringing a birthday cake full of diabetics and fat people.
I
And
mean, I can
and
eat
I'm
it
just
if
in the
there's
latter.
still some left.
Just so everybody understand, I'm in the latter category only so far.
95.
That latter
these-
category can lead to the former category.
Those guys averaging 92 this leg. And we're seeing it again where they're going to be first to an out.
60.
Mm.
We've seen a little bit of more consistency out of Brandon now, but we're not seeing that big score yet.
Aaron saying I might be mistaken, but I thought he played with Nate B at one time. Aaron saying that. Of course, at this point, I don't know who he's talking about.
41.
Aaron will be talking about Brandon.
Yeah, I thought so. Look at that, 60s all the way down the row here for for Brian and Brandon to start off this one. Unfortunately, their opponents are hitting a triple each time.
60.
Well, this is consistent if I've ever seen it.
There's a shocker.
I mean, if they average 60 throughout the leg, based on the averages, they should win it.
Yeah, unfortunately, these guys averaging a 79 right now.
Yep.
Nice.
You said that in like a my husband's hot kind of way when he said the 79.
I mean, he is.
Nice. That's how I've said that before too, and you know what those mean. Nice.
Nice. There it is.
Not.
Ooh,
There it is not.
yeah.
That's an
Patrick,
that's
you
a
require
decent
141.
66.
Yep.
Not the best because that's a 1, a 5, and then the triple 20 to like
Mhm.
save it. It's definitely not the worst. It's not the triple 20, the 1, the 5. Patches on 141. Could have taken the 9-darter opportunity. Instead, he blew it. 101 left. Treble 17
Oh,
or a 3 for fun times.
for fun times.
98 remains.
And once again, their first turn out.
Mhm.
And this is what is going to settle Brian down. Talking trash to Patches,
Yep.
trying to just loosen up, relax. Is it 3-1 or 4-1?
It is currently 3-1.
That's leg 5. Gotcha. Next leg is
42.
cricket time.
Yes, sir. Then we're going to switch over to singles.
Anthony, you require
And at that point,
98.
we're going to play a quick ad from A to Z Darts about their dart of the month.
All right.
And I already talked to Tim about that, so he knows that. Although I told him I didn't have to tell him that. Anthony with Borland is who he was talking about, so you were wrong on both regards, so great.
48 scored.
Carmelie's saying great darts, Anthony. And there's a lot of Anthony fans in the chat.
25 left.
Brittany Phillips in there says let's go Anthony Wagner with 5 stars.
82 scored.
Brittany,
Brandon, you
the
require 153.
the accounting rep, the numbers person for Reed Sales and Music.
Well, awesome, Britt. This says Brittany Sales Phillips.
That's right.
Is that because she's in sales, or is it because that's
So if you have
that'd be a
any
sweet
kind
middle
of
name?
handicap problems or anything like that, just message Brittany. She'd love to hear from you.
17.
She's waiting for you to reach out.
Yeah.
Patrick, you require 16.
Rosner, do you hear that? You have a phone number. And Carmelie's saying, you bet, watching from down the street. Richie, he actually gets that after the cricket leg.
12 scored. Brian, you require 136.
Oh, double 2 and Anthony coming up. That could be trouble.
Oh, yeah, they're screwed.
Detailed commentary there from the voice of American Darts, Mr. Sean Grain.
Sometimes simple is better. See, now they're screwed. Brian could have proved me wrong. I'm okay with that. Josh
19.
Chitwood saying, longtime Patches fan here.
Oh, nice.
Michelle
Anthony, you
Hamilton says, "Go
require
Patches."
4.
We got some Patches fans.
Oh, that's some of the kind of nerdy network
I love it.
chiming in.
Well, thanks for coming in, guys. Welcome to Darts. That can also be really kind of nerdy.
Uh-oh.
We actually have a logo and some episodes ready to go of the Kind of Nerdy Darts podcast.
There
I
you
love it.
go,
There you
Anthony
go.
Wow,
Wagner,
there we
ladies and
go.
gentlemen.
Woo!
That time, it was the Madhouse.
One of the entertainers. Give us a little bit of suspense.
Mhm.
Anthony and Patrick currently winning 5-1. It's cricket time.
It's 4-1.
4-1, that's what I said. Hey, the math is math.
The math is mathin'.
I honestly wasn't going to correct it because I'm like,
Brandon,
hey,
go first,
get
throw
home
the best
sooner.
game on.
Tyler, I'm so sorry. He said, I'm going to have Sean's voice stuck in my head all week, which is awful. Just wrapped up watching Ram on USA Darts, and now this. That's a lot of Sean Green, and that is very true. Fatality, have a good one.
120
Get some
remain.
rest. Now I know when your weakness begins. It starts at 9:12, so I just got to keep it close until then, and then you'll be sleepy. So I'm good. I got it. Carmelie's saying, that's my hubby. You guys agree with me that Anthony has by far been the the most consistent player of the four.
Yes.
Well,
he's
and
been
I think
clutch,
he's
too.
closed the matches,
Yeah.
right? So
Well, that's always huge.
Yeah, that's the crucial. That's what you're looking for. Patches may have outscored him a little bit.
Yeah, his scoring's been good,
Yep.
but we're going to be working on doubles.
Hey,
That's a good
This
round.
is-
That's a nice visit right there from Brian.
this is the craziest stat of all time. I've been on 3 different shows.
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to hit a double on the Siege.
No kidding?
No kidding.
Oh, man.
He's going to try again, though.
That's right. What,
He's-
2 weeks?
Yeah.
You,
Two
gotta
weeks.
get right back up that bike, and every
How much are you
time,
practicing?
every time I fall back down. But you
How
got to
much
keep on
are you
getting up.
practicing?
Practicing. What do you call practice? I throw darts every day.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, with how much 3 and 7-year-old, I'm not going to practice instead of spend time with them.
Sure.
With all the streaming stuff, I'm not going to practice instead of doing all that.
I think Brandon's
Um,
putting a lot of pressure on himself. I'm not liking some of his reactions when he's not hitting the dart.
Well, at a certain
Yeah.
point, you're down 4-1, and
Yeah.
you're supposed to be the A player.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's a good point.
And sometimes it's going to feel like you're not doing your job.
Patch is doing a little dance move
I
back
don't know.
there.
I was just
little,
going to
little
say,
line dancing.
Doing a
I
little
don't know what
dance.
music's playing,
Yeah.
but he's
Maybe make a
into it.
little love. He's going to get down tonight. Get down tonight.
Do you have a walk-on song?
I do not.
What? If you were going to, what would it be?
Flick Flick Boom by Saliva.
Oh, nice. All right. I'll give you that.
And that's just off the top of my head. There's actually probably different
Voices Carry by Till Tuesday.
ones. I don't
Do you
know that
even know
song.
that one? He's a baby.
Yeah, that's right.
That's I wanted it to be something that's a little bit hyped up more than that, probably.
Yeah, that's better.
Mhm.
Yeah, you don't want that one. Better domestic abuse.
Shelley chiming in my private chat from Conquest Journal said you all should have a walk-on song.
117.
It's
mean,
one of
that's
the
fair.
first. It's
Uh.
one of the first conversations we had when we first started watching darts. It's like, what would your walk-on song be?
No, that's fair. So what's yours?
Poison, nothing but a good time.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice is what I just said.
Nice
Nice
very
from Poison.
nice. Yes.
Jason, I know you got one. What British band is doing your walk on?
It'd definitely be The Castle, right? By
Halsey.
Halsey. Yeah.
Halsey's the castle, but the mixed version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
definitely.
just
not
steal our
not the
whole
one we have to
theme.
pay $15,000 to get rights for.
Yeah, just steal our whole theme. That's perfect. TNT is a good one
Mm-hmm.
for mine. I do appreciate that. Speaking of all that, remind me, I have to talk to you about marketing stuff after this is over.
Oh yes.
Because I have some really good ideas I want to run by you.
Hey Sean,
Um,
when this is over, don't forget to talk to me about some marketing ideas.
oh yeah.
Thank you.
He's got a starter cap for you.
No, it's not those type of marketing ideas.
Everything. So
Yeah.
I tell you, any time you can put cats into your marketing plan, solid.
Let's see.
All right,
Ooh, I gotta
Brian's,
think of one for
Brian's
that.
starting to come alive. These guys starting to come alive. This like cricket may be the key to get back in this. Couple wedges lead. Nice solid point lead here. See if Patches can do some damage to that.
Mm.
Which of the ancient Egyptians were afraid of cats? Was that a thing? Was
They
it
were-
ancient Egyptians?
They were afraid of cats.
Well, like they revered them for
They
sure,
were,
but
they
but were there?
they were not afraid of them. They
Okay, so
they
I now
worshiped them.
I have an idea then
Yeah. Okay. Great.
for that marketing thing, just
Perfect.
just for you.
All right. I'm looking forward to it.
It's actually the best idea of it that we can probably come up with.
If anyone else has any marketing ideas that involve cats, you can reach me at
Jeff.
kjmediaco.com.
Jeff actually knows about these marketing ideas.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
he's
you
on
shared?
board with it.
You shared your cat marketing ideas?
No,
with
not
Jeff
the cat one. I
before
just
me?
thought of the cat one.
Okay.
I'll share that with Jeff later after I've talked
Okay,
to you about it.
All right. We need to have. Do we need to have a separate CDC marketing ideas chat with you and me and Jeff?
Yes, we just can't include the principals because they'll. I love them, but they'll make it bad.
I strongly disagree
Oh,
with
not
that.
in a bad way. I just mean like in a it's gonna take too long for them to approve things type of way instead of just doing it and showing
rogue
it.
marketing.
So earmuffs, Peter and Anthony and Jeff and Dave. Thanks.
Mm.
Just trust me. That's always worked in the past for you.
Patches because of his whole like cat theme. That Prince song that's about controlling the cat population.
I like it.
That's his dream walk-on song.
It's
I'm
not
like,
Purple
it's
Rain,
fine.
right? I'm just kidding.
No, so that is not
Dearly
controlling the
beloved.
cow population.
Gathered here today.
2:15.
Only 2, and the third one was round the outside.
Mm.
All right. Brandon stepping up. Looks like they've played cricket a lot better than their opponents in this one. Anything that gets a little spark going. And then when we get to singles, anything can happen. You got Anthony versus Brandon. Brandon might thrive in a situation where he is playing one-on-one. Now it's against the level 1 champion, so we'll see if that works out.
120,
And then Patrick versus Brian is a good battle of partners.
That is. Yes,
And
it is.
I have a feeling that neither of them are going to want to lose to each other since they don't want to hear about it for the rest of the season.
That is for sure. Patches has come a long way in his cricket game. That is not a game that he was exposed to at all. So that took him a little bit of time.
That makes sense as a steel tip player, and especially being a PTC fan, where it's just not played at
Yeah.
all. In fact, in Europe, they call this Mickey Mouse darts a lot
Do
of times.
they?
Oh, yeah. My favorite thing about the Las Vegas Open is when the players come from overseas and play competitive cricket for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and just how many of them play with the better skill but the worse strategy, and they get beat.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also cool to see those players that learn the strategy throughout the weekend, so that by Sunday they come up to us like, I get it now,
Yeah.
which is also really cool to have happen. Gita Hedman actually a couple years ago did that for us.
Oh,
It
did
was
she
her
really?
versus Fallon Sherrick. It was the first time they've ever played each other competitively in cricket, and that was
Oh,
the final
wow.
of that event, which is really cool.
I would have loved to see that.
Yeah, they battle each other all the time in
Mhm.
01, so it's good to see a little different battle in cricket. But she mentioned, she's like, oh my gosh, you're the commentator? I bet you guys had a field day with that yesterday.
There it is.
But great darts from Brandon.
Ooh.
Shooter gets that one
Ooh.
on the board.
We have a break in the play.
All right, so we're going to hear from our sponsor, A2ZDarts.com, and I'm sure the wonderful Gin Mounts. We'll be right back.
So next
Get snazzy with our April Dart of the Month and raffle. All Heroes Chizzy darts are 15% off all month long, including his latest Heroes Chizzy Series 3 with tons of barrel weights to choose from. You can automatically enter our raffle to win your choice of a Stick-It dart holder in the style Splash or Comic when you purchase our April Dart of the Month special. So, what are you waiting for? Don't forget, we ship internationally and you can find these darts at A2ZDarts.com. Best of luck to everyone!
This is why I didn't want to tell. Did you turn off the green light?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Maybe just flash it. Let them know that they can start. Tim probably left.
All right,
He's back.
Anthony, throw first. All the best. Game on.
All right, that was
Let's
exciting,
go.
Tim.
Yeah. He sounds really excited out there,
Actually,
doesn't he?
that's probably the most excited he's ever sounded.
Couldn't figure out why he took a pillow out there with him.
All right, guys, you guys are.
Sorry
good
to
luck.
bother
Take
you,
it
Tim.
along.
Yeah. Let me know when I got to change the scoreboard.
Andrea in there saying great job, Brandon. Same thing with Jerry Ann Bateman. Great job, or great darts, Brandon. Sales is her maiden name, so there you go. My grandfather, Reed Sales, is who started Reed Sales music in his garage in the late 1940s.
There you
Oh,
go.
30.
Hey,
That's
thank
awesome.
you.
And I would have actually never have guessed that as a last name, and more of like a you're selling things.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I thought too.
Well, thank you
telling
for
you.
your contribution, your sponsorship. It's a pleasure to have you on board.
Can we also point out that her grandfather had the name Reed in the 40s and 30s? Isn't that an interesting name for the 30s and 40s?
100.
Reed.
I didn't know they had soft tip boards back in the 40s.
This is a garage late 40s. I'm just talking about the first name Reed. That's an interesting first name for.
It is.
Nice
For an
open
older
there from
gentleman.
Anthony.
62.
Yeah, that'll work. Patches actually had a great opening as well with a nice steady ton. Or sorry, that's Anthony still.
Yep.
They're playing singles. Hey, they're playing singles now, KJ.
Okay,
Yep,
got
alright.
it. They are playing singles.
I got it now, too. Everybody told us, but here we are. Rosner, definitely not the third best ref. You can take all of the excitement out of the game. He's not keeping us here an extra hour because you're having to figure out how to work Dark Connect. Which, by the way, I need to point out, I would also be doing the exact same thing, which is why I'm not allowed in there. And neither should you be. Without a step stool. Hey, Linda. Hope you're doing well. John Calhoun in there. Hello, my friend. Rooting for Anthony.
Pleasure to have you all with us, folks. Give us a like, give us a share. Let's get these players the viewers they deserve.
Absolutely. Yeah, everybody hit that share button.
45.
Everybody hit like, all that good stuff that
Follow, share,
like
hit that ravishing like button.
yeah, all those things that we know annoys you when we say just
Please.
if you
Yeah.
just do it.
Just keep hitting them all.
Just do it. Brandon working the bottom side of the board is able to find a trip 19. Got to
he
keep
got
him right in this.
Did you hear Tim get excited about that number?
Yeah.
He likes the emphasis on the 69. What a child.
Anthony just recently retired about a year ago. He's a union man. Used to be part of the Carpenters Union.
81.
Hey, he left the big fish too for patches.
There you go. Well,
No.
for now it's singles.
No pressure, Patches.
Once again, we are playing singles this time through.
Nope.
Yeah,
Patches is
yeah, we're gonna go singles.
Patches is gonna jump in one way or another.
I've got a lamp that you can go chat with.
You go talk to the
Yeah.
lamp.
I just need to. You guys just need to talk to the wall because it's like talking to me right now.
All right, Anthony, look at the big fish. Let's see how we go. Ooh, just a little bit on top, but that's
How-
okay.
Wait, how did Patches grow out that beard so fast? 60 scored from Anthony. See, you're never going to sound dumb because I do it anyway all the time. It's just part of it. It's okay to sound dumb.
I appreciate you. You're making me feel so smart.
I should. That's why they hire me.
That middle dart's been great for him all night long. It's that
Mhm.
first dart he's suffering on. Seems to be going a little bit left right now.
Well, to be honest, actually, that last start was almost a happy little accident because he should have switched the 19s on the last start
Yeah,
because he would have been annoyed if he left 165 anyway.
What's Anthony doing here? Where's
90
Patches?
left.
90 left, maybe
So,
trip 18.
Treble 18 for double 18. Maybe.
Maybe not.
70 left. God only knows what he's going to shoot
Yeah.
at here.
Lots of different options. Trip 10.
Trip 18, trip
Trip-
20.
Yeah, anything works.
He went for the
60
20s.
score.
There you go. Leave yourself with a 1 dot out.
I guess.
What would you have done, Sean?
I would have gone 18s
You would have
or
hit a
10s there.
13.
Yeah. No, I would have missed completely, but I would have at least shot at the 18s or the 10s.
I would have asked Patches while he isn't throwing.
I probably would have gone 10s that route.
Anthony,
Okay.
you require 50.
You go for
Now,
it here? You got to
here
go
I
for
go
it.
for it
Yeah,
first
I mean,
start.
you're on TV around the world, right? You got to
Right.
go for it.
Be a superstar.
Yeah, right now's the time.
By the way, I know you didn't see this weekend, or you might have.
He did.
Luke Lidler played when he played against
43 left.
was it Aspinall that he played? Aspinall had 50 left with 3 darts in hand and threw the first dart at the bullseye
Mm.
and hit the 25.
You got him.
And you could see Luke just give a wry smile in the background because he would definitely do it tops.
Oh, just
Will he
on
be
the
back?
inside.
Because Luke would definitely do that too, and that's why he laughed at it.
Brandon, you
Well, and
require
honestly,
150.
I mean, Aspinall's been good on the bowl
Yep.
lately. And he's been really good at that big fish, so why not?
I mean, he took it out with the 3. Well, that was rejected hard.
That's that first start problem.
The yeah, okay. The Kimbembe combo came in there and slapped it down. All right, Anthony on tops.
Anthony, you require 40.
There's one thing you probably don't want to do is give Anthony the first look at a double
Mm-hmm.
or the second look at a double.
Ooh, right there.
That,
Good
is that
marker.
awkward? I think it might be awkward.
Mm.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
little bit low. Hit that flight on the way in.
His darts land a little flat in the
Brandon,
board.
you require 112.
20s are fine. 18s are fine. 92
Stay there.
left.
Stay
Treble
there.
20.
Come on.
Treble 20.
There
Yep.
you go. There
Double
you go.
16 for a
Big-
big 112 checkout and our first ton plus checkout of the evening. And they make it 4-3 and right back in this ball game.
Double checking.
Oh, just around the outside.
But that's
Great
going to
darts.
put a lot of pressure on this double
Anthony,
10.
you require 20.
Look at Anthony's face. He's like, wow, you almost hit that. Now watch this. Wow, what camera motion there from our cameraman in the background. Good job. That was actually pretty good, Jason.
Thank you.
Double 10. Around the outside. Got to attack it a little harder than that. Double
Oof.
5's fine. He's like the top of the board.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Not
that's,
that time.
Yeah,
Not that time at all.
that's going to be a challenging leave.
Requires 32.
There it is.
And Shuda gets a second one on the spin. And it's now 4-3. It's now anybody's ball game
It
once
is.
again.
Now 4 to 3.
Pressure on Patches.
By the way, I want to point out, love the Justin Fawcett jersey that
Oh,
you're
thank
wearing,
you. Thank you very much.
representing the great land of Canada.
Mm-hmm. One of my
Folks,
favorite places.
We're going to take a minute here while Tim has the opportunity to switch over the board.
Yes.
Here in Indy, we lost one of our treasures this last week, Mr. Randy Mitchell, Hammer Time, as we know him in the dart world. To his beautiful wife, Denise,
Yep.
our thoughts and prayers were with you. Randy, who had a battle with cancer, unfortunately lost it this week. But Randy, you are already missed, and you will be missed greatly going forward, sir. And you will forever be talked about. I'm not sure about that.
And I'm going to disagree with one thing you said, because you just said he lost his battle this week, and
501.
man, he won that battle for so
All the best
long.
game
Yeah.
on.
That, you know, I think he won the war of that. It just happened to get the best of him at the end. Happy he got his benefit was a couple weeks ago. Happy got to at least say hi to him and see him for a brief minute.
39.
But yeah, an absolute treasure in the dart community.
Yeah, he truly is.
Gone way too soon.
Way too soon.
Like, he was younger than Jason.
Wow.
Yeah.
$41.
All right, so these two guys have played with each other in the same league. So
You can just stop it. Played with each other.
yeah, these guys going head to head.
Family show.
This is one of those things that they're going to be talking about for a long, long time. Who won
Yeah.
this battle?
I see Bobby Floyd is watching. Hi, Bobby.
Bobby's in here.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Bobby? How you doing, my friend?
That is, I will say it now because he just said it. That's the classic Patches, we call it. The 26. Yep. That's a Patches.
I don't know. That's a pretty good Sean too. It's actually usually higher than I typically have a 3-dart average of.
Brian doesn't believe in the follow through.
Never has, never will.
Yep.
Bright jerseys for sure. Backward
Yeah.
hats,
Mhm.
yep.
And you compare that
Follow
to
throughs, nope.
to Patrick's shot here. You'll see on his follow through, his arm is extended fully out,
Fiver.
and he hit a
High
5.
five.
So he shouldn't do that anymore. Maybe just copy whatever Brian does.
He gave a exasperated wow there.
He knows he's going to hear about that from Brian.
The 5.
Mm-hmm.
No. See, but he can turn this around real easily. Earlier tonight, and I'll admit this because I'm, man enough to do so. Jason and I played a best 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
It went 2 legs, and Jason won both those. But he had a moment in the second leg where he shot, 8 or 7, followed by a
7.
3.
7 and a 3.
Yep, and
28.
followed by like a 12 or something. And he still beat me on that leg. And if I'm him, I talk about that constantly. It's not
Sure.
about the 5. It's about still winning the leg even though he threw a 5. Now, the 91 checkout helped for sure. Actually, the 2 for 2 on doubles helped you out on that match a lot. But I never was on one, so it didn't matter. That being said, now back to happy thoughts. Patrick stepping up, 401, playing the 290 of Brian. Brian's got to feel pretty good with the early lead. Now, obviously not the scoring, but with the way Patches has been scoring tonight, Brian is more than happy to have that lead at this point. Neither player has actually won a game for his team yet. So who's going to be the first one to do that? Brandon's won all 3, and Anthony's won all 4.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Someone's got to win it.
The ice is going to break one way or the other.
That just needs to find that scoring again if it's going to be him.
That's a great start to this visit. Could he end this visit on an
Oh.
out? Let's take a look.
Ooh.
100.
All right.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look. Well, I didn't know.
We have a
we-
Super 20s cam
we
that has not been
can.
used at all tonight. Man, I can't wait to tell Tim how much I missed him on camera.
That's right. I should go back to doing laundry.
You know what? It's what you're best at on this part of this
That's
company.
it.
Besides making shows, you do a great job of making the shows. He does all the behind the scenes stuff.
I can tell.
For the most part, I don't even know who's playing, what week it is, and he just kind of lets us all know at the same time.
You didn't even know who was playing tonight.
Oh, I did. I did. Only because a few of my favorite players and favorite people
Sure.
are here, for sure.
I'm here every week, Sean. I don't know why you're surprised.
Well, I mean, you had that heart scare a couple months ago, so you'd be surprised that I am surprised, actually. Patrick, 7 up 314.
Ooh, that's a tough one. It's kind of a block.
Yeah, it is.
Go down.
Should not have stayed up there.
Yep, that's why you go down. Switch down to the 19s. KJ, you need to start playing darts, young lady.
He plays, just doesn't play in public. Right?
I'm a little too competitive, and I like people to like me, and I don't know if you'd like me if I was playing darts with you.
That's nonsense.
Yeah, that is.
It's
Well,
your
thank you.
it's your personality. It's not how you play darts.
100.
See, look at Brian.
Look at that.
My personality when I'm playing darts is not very nice.
Couple of tons.
Mine used to not be either.
Yeah.
You learn quickly that the happier you are while you play, the better you play.
I haven't mastered that yet, so I'll
That's
let you
fair.
know when I do.
Well, maybe never, but just in case.
Patches tells me I have great form.
Well, hey, we
You'll-
should have.
Well,
We could have at least
never
done the castle count up tonight.
Yeah, really.
I'm talking about in darts.
Brian, you require 62.
I did lower the match score. Phil, just turn it sideways every once in a while. You're good. On the phone, I did make it a little bit smaller so we could see Patch's head. The scoreboard.
33.
33 is not an even number, so
Mm.
leaves
Yeah.
22.
Left.
Interestingly,
Excellent
That whole
observation.
team likes 22, apparently.
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. I think they think it's 32 every time. All right,
All right,
this is
where's
where the
that scoring,
18s,
Patches?
the 18s can be brought in play here. Not anymore. 261 left. He just needs 2 trebles of some kind. Is that one of them?
That's
We'll never
one.
know. It was not.
33.
Only 33.
It looked
Brian, you require 22.
much nicer. Zoomed out.
He's going to be so depressed when Brian wins his leg.
Yes.
22 left.
This is it.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
That missed by a good couple of inches.
That's almost showboating a little bit on that one.
It's like, see, I can even do 11 more than I needed to.
Yeah. I can hit 3 of them. I can hit 2 of them.
And now Patches is
Uh-oh.
going to put some pressure on it. He's a great follower of the first dart, except for the last dart.
Except for when you say that.
Yeah. Commentators' curses are real
Brian,
things.
you require 22.
Just like you believe in ghosts, I can't help but believe in commentators' curses after so much.
I don't believe in ghosts. I talk to lamps. It's different.
Ooh, right there.
Oof.
No score.
That's okay. It's better than going inside.
Yeah. I really thought that third was going to go inside.
What's the highest checkout
Patrick
Patches
got
has hit
148.
in steel tip darts? Would you do you remember anything like specific?
I think he's actually, I mean, maybe
Well,
not this one.
yeah.
Definitely not this one.
Well, not this one right now.
Not this
Yeah.
one right now.
Currently.
Great last.
He's
Yeah,
had he's
that's a-
had quite a few ton checkouts.
Brian
Yeah.
requires
Yeah.
That's going to
22.
put a little pressure on. That's 22 here.
Mhm.
Nah, Brian's just playing with him. Now he's down to a checkout. He's just going to take that out for a start
Yeah.
after he splits it. Oh, double 5. No, he leaves 5.
Ooh, that is not what he wanted to do.
Patrick, you
Ooh.
require 64.
I like the 16s route. 2 16s leave 32. A trip 16 leaves double 8. A trip 8 leaves double top. 14 is whatever you want to do, I guess. He has bullseye left. Might as well go for it, right?
You kind of
Yeah.
got to, don't you?
No, he does not have to. Double top. Just drags it below. And Brian stepping up.
That was very
Needs to
nice
clean
of
up on
you.
aisle 5.
Ooh, that's not going to do it for him.
Mm.
Nope, the janitor overstepped the bounds there of that cleanup duty.
Patrick, you require 20.
Can he hit the Luke Littler?
This is not his favorite.
Double tens not
Mm-mm.
not for the win usually. Is it because of that?
Mm-hmm.
Double 5.
Big breath.
I'm okay with being aggressive on dart 2. I don't like going outside on dart 2 because it brings this into play. Right there.
That's the unfortunate part.
Ugh.
All right, so we're going to play Race to 5.
Yep.
Race to 5, fellas.
Man, I wish it was 4-3 right now. This 2-hour show is going to be over within 22 minutes, KJ, just by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Tops. Oh, he goes back to 5.
Oof. Listen, we got cats that go to bed at 9 o'clock that are getting pretty upset right about now.
Oh, they're already tearing up stuff. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
We got commentators that go to bed at 9:30, so don't worry about a thing.
I'm going to start tearing up stuff, too.
No score.
You got one that usually is also in bed with the cats at 9 o'clock.
Uh-oh.
That's right. That's right. Sean will
That's-
be leaving
it-
soon. It'll
you
be
wouldn't be the
you, Lamp, and
You wouldn't be the first
Cat.
person to fall asleep on the stream. Double 2.
double 2 here for Brian.
There we go.
There
And
it
he
is.
pins double
Yeah.
2.
Big dart right there. That's
Yeah.
going to bring us back to 4-4.
It's all square. Halfway through this match,
4.
And we
hour
have-
and 40 minutes after going live.
It will be cricket time again.
And we're back to cricket time. Keegan's favorite time.
It's cricket time.
All the best. Game on! Sorry if I yelled in everybody's ears. That was for Keegan, who also does
So,
that.
Sean, you're traveling to chairman of the board this weekend? Or
Next weekend.
Next weekend?
Yeah, so week from Thursday, I will. I have school, and then I'm going to leave right after school, make the 5.5-hour drive to West Virginia,
Okay.
Mountain Mama, and we're going to take me home this weekend, or next weekend, chairman of the board. I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
All right,
Didn't get to
cricket
go last
time,
year.
Brandon.
A lot of great players that are
Brandon
going to be
wants go
there.
first. All the best. Game on.
So just excited to have the opportunity, and especially I'm working with Nick, who is I mean,
Mr. Disher?
fantastic. Yep.
Oh, Keegan's checking in the chat.
Keegan, how's the game going?
2.
Are you bad luck or good luck? And if you're bad luck, leave.
Yep.
And if you're good luck, stay.
Don't worry. Tim's doing great,
Good luck.
but your job is secure.
All right. Hey, shockingly, the Pacers game's already over. So come on back, Keegan. We got a
You
whole
got-
second half of the show that we can
You
use you
got time?
for. Yeah, you'll be here quick, fast, and in a hurry.
I came here for you, Keegan. Come
yeah.
on.
What the heck?
Disappointing.
Pacers won 123-115.
Nice.
All right. Way to go, Pacers. It's 2-0 lead, I believe.
It is a 2-0 lead.
Mhm.
That's only a race to 4.
Sandpaper over here. You can
Yeah.
stuff 'em up with.
And they're already done.
Well, it's only two games to none in the series. Now, granted, they don't play every night, but they should not finish before this match does.
219.
Say,
And again, it has nothing to do with the players at all. Who are actually throwing great. They're great matches,
mhm.
and every week has been a great match this entire season. We're 3 weeks in. We're gonna definitely have 3 last league deciders, and that means that I'll be getting out of here around 11 again.
Yep.
Home by about midnight,
Oh man, I can't wait.
12:15. Waking up early day tomorrow at school. Always every Wednesday.
You got the whole summer off, don't you?
Nope. I have Sophia at home with me now all summer,
All right.
Mm.
which
Fun,
is, by the
fun.
way, opposite of any break whatsoever.
219.
It's better than having Sophia and the 3-year-old, but I have a feeling that her daycare is just going to kick her out too, just for fun. All right. Brian won the last leg for the team,
Mhm.
4-4 score line. What has stood out to you so far, KJ? What's been something that's been maybe unexpected, or something that you find interesting? Anything like that?
I have been really impressed with Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on the doubles, just he's like really, to me, he's been the one that's been most calm,
319.
collected, playing his game.
Oh yeah, it seems like he's just here having himself a good time, and
Mhm.
win, lose, or draw, he's gonna go home and just as just as same demeanor as he showed up with.
420.
And as emotional people like we are,
Mm-hmm.
we look at that as a huge advantage in the game.
That's it. I think I'm just like, wow, I need to have some of that Anthony energy. Just in life in general.
Well, I think out of the 4 players, Anthony was the most comfortable at
look
the
at
start.
this.
Yeah.
Solid.
Big 7.
Mm-hmm.
Snatch that point lead right back. Yeah, I think Anthony was the most comfortable from the start. I think there was signs of nerves in the other 3 guys.
I've been a little surprised at how long it's taken Brian to get comfortable.
220.
We've been, Brian's been trying to work his way onto the siege, and we've been trying to schedule Brian for about 18 months. So the anticipation and nervousness has probably been
Sure.
quite a bit for him.
Patches is just, I think he's feeding off the energy of Anthony, honestly, in a positive way.
Yeah, I think they're really doing, they're complementing each other well.
But I'm going to just say this, and this might be one of the best compliments I can give a person. I feel like Patches would fit well with any player. Like,
Yeah. I don't know why he's so hard to be married to. He's great at darts.
I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't had like 20 wives at this point in time.
Maybe he
'Cause
does. I
he
don't
has
know.
so many, he's just such a likable human being that just, he just makes a good pair.
He is. I agree.
He'd be a great dart partner.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a lot of fun every single week. Because he's also going to play well. He's gonna take it seriously enough to where you're gonna be competitive every week. But he's also gonna have such a good time doing so that it's gonna kind of settle down everybody.
Yeah.
317.
And I think that Brian might be struggling with the fact that Patch is on the other team. Not used to having Patches not rooting for him or
Right.
hyping him up every time. Now he's like, "You suck" every time I've heard him say it.
Emily, we're at 7 cats, not 20. Thank you.
Little hyperbole never hurt anybody.
Yeah, well, those guys love those 19s.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you wonder why they don't go for them at 01.
Have you ever heard commercial pronounced commercial?
Absolutely not.
317.
Jason?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Anyone in the room heard what did I say? Commercial sound as commercial?
Commercial?
Pronounced commercial?
Are you
All right,
hearing
well,
things?
Nope. To the 2 students that are in my class, well, I'm calling BS on that, guys. One of them today, and this is my smart class. He was talking.
Hold on a second.
And-
Let's stop right there.
I'm
I'm not going to tell you what class period it is because that, not just in case any other kids are watching. But it's 7th period, and in 7th period, the smart kids, one of them said commercial, and then the kid next to him was like, "That's how I've always said it, is commercial." As everyone else is just like, "Nah, bro, that's like so weird." And we've heard other people say that. I'm like, I'm gonna ask everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat, have you ever heard it pronounced commercial instead of commercial?
No.
Because like they were even like commercial, like that's weird. And I'm like, how have you not ever heard it any other way? So for them both to sit next to each other and probably be the only 2 kids in the school that pronounce it that way, I'm just letting you guys know.
That is pretty weird.
You guys tell me now because I need to know.
Let me
Yeah,
ask
Missy-
my lamp.
Misty's saying so much fun playing in league with him and Richie.
Oh, yes.
And
Yeah.
then Cindy says, "That's my state partner." I don't know who she's referring to, but it's one of them.
Thank you, Misty. She says that's how lamps say it.
Let's see if Anthony's going to go down on the 17s here, or is he going to stay up top?
The best part of that whole conversation is his family was originally from the Wisconsin area, so
No, we don't. That's not how we talk.
I didn't think so. I've
No.
met a whole bunch of Wisconsinites. Never heard commercials.
No.
spelled.
No.
118.
We do say big.
Is it a bag?
Oh, gosh. I go out for a weekend. I come back and I'm like,
Big.
you got a big?
Yep.
Brian's had a lot of success down on the lower side of the board shooting those 17s. Going to go back to him.
And if you're going to miss by 2 into the 19s,
119.
because that mark's going to be important later. And Anthony just said exactly that. The loudest I've ever heard Anthony talking since he's been here. Just kidding. It's actually
He just gets on
just a
with
very
it.
reserved person.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't mind that about Anthony.
No.
It's a happy little miss.
No, I love it. Of course, Brandon's like, shut up, everybody. And it's just because Tim, why do all of our talkers have to talk to the players? Oh, they're bored too. Not bored as in like, but they're like bored with like the math of every single time. Just standing there. They're almost like a prop. But Keegan, of course, is the star prop of the
Of
show.
course.
As he was until the
Ke-
Winmore Blade
Keegan
6.
claims I'm
triple
going to be
force.
invited back.
Oh, you definitely are invited back.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got to play next time.
We think about
I'm-
replacing Sean. There it is. This is 20.
I mean, crazily, I've been talking about that.
Replacing
I've been
you?
I've been pushing for it for years.
Sure, sure.
Guys, can you replace me? Like,
Come on.
you can find someone better for sure.
The voice of American darts. You got to have him on the show.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. That was a nice time for us to get quiet.
We know that, Anthony. We saw it. We seen it. That's so funny.
I'm willing to come back, but we need to move the time up so that I can get the cats to bed at 9 o'clock.
Done.
Thank you.
I just made that executive decision myself.
The Sunday afternoon siege.
There you go.
No, I don't
Brunch,
think so.
darts and brunch.
I like it.
Darts and
brunch.
tea.
Yeah, darts and, well,
Mm,
it'd be, yeah.
I like the
This
tea.
guy's wearing out that Trip 17 on this new Wimau
Sure
board.
is.
Winmore.
One more. Thank you.
It's okay. It's a sponsor of ours, and you can't pronounce it ever.
Mm.
He's also from over there, like not
Right,
Wales,
You know
but
it's
he's
Winmore.
no, he never knows it's Winmore.
Nah.
He just has a fake British accent now.
Well, for the record, for everyone listening, I know it's Winmore.
I know it's Winmore too.
I mean, they could change it.
Yeah, please don't say that.
There we go.
For once, I agree with Brian.
We're in the 500s.
Mm.
I'm just grabbing yours. I'm trying to. I'm just not
That's
playing. I'm
fine.
not even playing with my microphone cord. I'm playing with yours.
Get your hand off my cord, man.
I'm just.
219.
I like I said, good luck to himself. Did you or was that Brandon who said it? It'd been funnier if it was Brian.
All right, we're moving down the wedges now.
Nope, we're going back up to the 18s. Is that in? Possibly. Yeah, that was in.
418.
Yeah.
There
Nice
you go.
5 mark from Patrick.
Takes that point
Oh.
lead back.
Excuse you, Tim. I just noticed Keegan never coughs when he does it.
He's too young. He hasn't had to build up in his lungs yet.
What would he be doing as an older person that would have his lungs affected?
Well, just
Oh.
global warming thing, environmental,
Yep, whatever.
yeah,
you say.
that kind of stuff.
Oh, shout out to my sister Kayla who's watching.
Kayla, what's up?
How you
That's-
doing, Miss Kayla? Thanks for joining us.
But nice, she's got 3 boys. They have 3 boys and 2 girls together, and they're actually a bunch of youngsters who
Oh my
are
gosh,
into
take a nap.
darts. I know. Can you imagine?
Yeah, go to sleep now. What are you doing still awake? If
This-
those kids are asleep, you get get down right now.
418.
You know, I'm the second oldest of 9. That's why I don't
9?
have children. Yeah,
9.
9.
Wow.
9. 8 girls, 1 boy. It's crazy.
That is crazy. My mom is a youngest girl of 7,
Mm.
and boy to start off with, boy to end it. All the rest were girls in the middle.
The my brother came at the end with my sister Kayla. So
Oh, there you go. So
Yes.
twins at the end.
there was another set of twins before that too.
Jeez.
This is why, like, even
Catholic
if
family.
even if I had ever considered, like, okay, maybe we could have 1, I'm like, no, because I would get 5.
Mhm.
Like, they'd be like,
in the
congratulations,
genes,
there's
yep.
5 heartbeats. Yep.
You get starter kids.
You'd be like,
right?
congratulations. I
kind of-
only want one of them.
Yes.
So can you pick the best of that litter, and
I don't
can we
know
sell
where-
the others?
I don't know where the others are going, but they're not coming home with me.
We just put them in a box and put a for sale sign on those ones.
Put them in
We'll
a
hold them
shelter.
up like puppies, and This is the run of the litter, but he's cute.
We're in the 600s now. We still got a few wedges to go.
Dang.
Still 4-4. Last time I said it was 4-4 was 17 minutes ago.
80 years ago.
I guess I was way too actual specific on the time, wasn't I? Nick, turn the phone sideways. It's 4-4.
It's too much work to tell you the score. Turn your phone sideways.
Like, just quickly. Like, that's much easier than me talking for a second. At least for me. Yeah.
We have reached the point where talking is hard.
Now you made Jason cover up the 20 and the 1 on the scoreboard.
I tell you what.
But he left all that space over there.
Oh.
That's a triple. Good dart. I mean, it's not that they're playing poorly at all. It's just been a really good battle. Once again. John Rosner. I logged off a while ago and we're still at 4-4. Yeah, it's Jason's format.
Thank you, Adam. It's been 84 years.
4 score and
300 years ago. Our fathers. No, that's not right.
This is another reason I couldn't play, especially here. The amount of cussing that you would get out of me. And no one can handle me cussing because I all grew up.
You're a redhead.
I know.
Yeah, that's what you get. All right, Anthony. Close those 17, sir. There you go.
I don't think I've ever heard you cuss.
It's because there's always a microphone around.
That's fair.
It's ingrained in me. If there's a microphone around, it doesn't even matter if it's on. I'm like, well, it might be on. Can't do that.
I legit have a real teacher filter that just naturally comes out all the time. And even when I'm on streams, it's helped me out many times where I've been like, well, that was bad.
Yep.
Your teacher filter comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I've only cussed in front of the kids one time.
Same
This
here.
when I was student teaching. And
They
said the F word, and I go, did you say the F word? But we both said the actual word. Then she was like, wait, did you? And I was like, all right, we're going to move on. We both get a free pass, and we're never going to talk about it again. And she was okay with that agreement.
Needs another one. And able to hit it. Close it down to 16s.
Patty's been the best one in this one.
Yep.
Sorry, I mean Ricky.
Brandon's going to look over at the 15s now.
He's really not going to like that I told you about the whole Rick phase.
What's he doing?
That's a lot of them, but they're all closed now.
Yeah.
Really, really closed.
Yeah.
Let's hear someone say brain fart.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hi, Nick. Very excited we're here. He typed that out in all caps.
Yeah, he needed all those 16s like he needed a bolt in the butt. It's already closed. Nick Teixeira.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Nick.
It's like you're on a delay. I just said that 5
Oh,
seconds ago.
I just got excited when you said it, and then like it took a while for me to process that you said that. You're someone that I actually listened to. It just takes a while for my mind to actually
I'm on a
process
delay.
it in my mind. Man, that sounds so good, but it's just right outside the bowl. It doesn't make it like, just a nice little. It's a different sound than other dartboards that win more. Blade 6, triple core. I think it's extra core.
Beautiful.
The Billy Cam.
The Billy Bull Cam, ladies and gentlemen.
Do I have a Winmore triple core?
Mm-hmm.
I have about 36 of them.
No, you don't. You have about 12 of them.
I have a whole wall.
Yeah, he does pick up one of them.
Sorry, I have 12 of them because they're split 3 ways. No,
there's 2.
Give a huge shout out to Jason Watt, who actually did set us up with.
Oh, nice.
Once they arrive, enough boards to where we can switch out the boards every week of our show with brand new dartboards.
Nice.
So, and that's kind of the plan that we have in place. So, once those all arrive, we'll be doing that, and can't wait.
Very cool.
So, Carlos, we'll have some of those available for you.
We've got one in our house, and we've got one that we take with us when we do watch parties down at O'Reilly's, so that we can have a board with us.
It was the board.
Do you hang the board at that point?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
And where's your watch parties at?
O'Reilly's Irish Pub downtown.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They have cottage pie? Pepper's pie?
Oh, it's so good.
There you
Oh,
go.
look at
That's
this.
3.
They have both, and it's fabulous.
Man, would have been super awesome for the Super Bowls I can from the Billy Bowls, but
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was talking to our guest.
Sorry, my bad.
oh no, it's not your fault.
Justin Fawcett's watching. Justin, I'm wearing your jersey.
Yeah, yep, she actually is wearing your jersey, Justin. Someone bought it.
Yep. That like $5 you made in September. That was me.
Boom goes the dynamite
118.
for KJ wearing that.
I mean, take a
Ugh.
quick look.
Oh.
That's KJ's
Oh.
shirt.
Hey.
Yes. Woohoo.
Just in case you want to call us a liar, Justin. Hey, Lisa's in the chat.
Hi, Lisa.
Definitely get to see Lisa in New York. So let me ask you a question once this is over, and then we'll
Sure.
go from that.
Sure.
Anthony needs 2 bowls, which let's just make an assumption.
Mm-hmm.
He's got this. Well, let's see. Taking his time, stepping up. Not a bad marker on the weight, the dart. And
There it
that's in.
is.
And
That's
he
right
hits
in
it.
there.
5-4 lead now in favor of.
Jason Ives.
5-4 lead in favor of Jason.
I guess.
Yes, so.
Patrick
Way
and
to
Anthony.
Go, Jason.
That's really funny. How
Bring
good.
back that cricket time.
Justin says that's a pretty hot shirt.
I agree.
I mean, if it looks good on you, definitely looks good on
Let's go
KJ.
first, all the best. Game
Just
on.
kidding, Justin. Love you, buddy.
All right, this team break a throw there, so they do hold a 5-4 lead now.
Rosner thinks that O'Reilly's has great meatloaf.
Oh my gosh, it's like that's one of my go-tos there.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Great start. 6 mark out of the gate.
To see Lisa. Okay, so my question for you is because I was going to say that I get to see Lisa in New York City in a couple
Mhm.
months.
Mm-hmm.
Now you
5-19.
last year worked media for the U.S. Darts Masters with the CDC.
I did.
Tell me about that experience and what should I expect?
Well, you know, you're gonna walk in there and you'll be like, "What in the actual am I doing here?"
Oh, good. So it's every other thing that I do.
Yep.
Okay, that's easy enough.
No.
118.
So, don't do what I did,
Mm-hmm.
which is record the entire press conference. Wait until
wow.
they say that you can record. Like they were like, "Oh, y'all ready?" We're like, "Yep, we're ready." And then the PDC
219.
people would ask their questions, and then they would be like, "Okay, are you guys ready?" And I'm like, well, "We
were
been
already ready."
We already." So I didn't know. So,
Okay, so wait
so-
to hit the record button
right.
on our own stuff
Yes.
until the very end.
Yes. So,
So
wait.
Did they
yes.
not want us to have the whole interview? Is that the point?
I think so. Well, I mean, like, there's, it's their thing, so let them do their thing, and
That's fair.
then you get to
No,
do
that's
your
okay.
thing.
I'm good with
that.
Big darts from Anthony.
But I mean,
He's on 6 mark.
Lisa Van Doggen in the chat. How you doing, Lisa?
Yep.
Thanks for being here.
Something wrong.
Jason on a delay now.
Yep.
All right.
A very long one. He does not listen to our voices.
I'm sorry, did you guys say something?
My mom's in the chat.
Carry on.
Mom's in the chat. Hey, Mom.
Mom Margaret in there.
You know what I think is fun to talk to these guys, which was really shocking to me, is that they really have a great the PDC players. They want to talk about New
Yeah.
York. Like they think it's really cool that they get to play in Madison
Oh,
Square
absolutely.
Garden.
It's a bucket list item for them to win at MSG.
So anything that you can talk about that brings up North American darts, but
Oh,
also
100%.
just the fact that they're in New York. That was really nice because I'm not a super I mean when I got the call, like, hey, it was literally like Rob Cross just won and you're going to go in there and interview him, and I was like, no, I'm not. Nope, sure not. I don't do press conferences. I talk to pop culture people about their cats.
He said, yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. All right.
So the first thing I got for you, Rob, is do you have a cat?
Do
by
you have a
chance?
cat? Do you have a cat?
And are they excited about your victory?
Yeah. How about a lamp? You talk to lamps? Just ask
Any
them.
chance a lamp has ever talked to you?
Do you believe in ghosts?
So I mean,
That's awesome.
that is, and that's good for us too. That's good for North Americans to hear that these PDC players also think it's cool that they're playing in New York. So you're so good at this. I mean, how am I going to give you advice? You know what you're doing.
Okay.
You know the game. You know these players.
You've been doing this for
217.
your actual career for like 30 years. For me, this is I'm just an amateur trying to act
Not
like
true.
a professional.
Not true.
But it's a new thing, and I'm excited. Obviously, super excited for the opportunity, and being able to have talked to some of them in the past already makes it real easy
Yeah.
to be able to do this.
I will say also, this may not be true, but in the order that we were in when you go into the press room after the matches, I was always last.
Yep.
So have
That'll
like,
be me. Don't worry.
So have like 5 questions because when they get to you, you're like, I don't know what else to ask.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, now my record button's on. So.
But they also are really good if you do ask the same question because it is being recorded as a press conference. They will understand if you want to ask that question yourself for your content. So those were all the things that I learned. And I learned them very quickly because I was like a deer in headlights.
Yep. And I'm going to feel that way anyway. But always talking to someone who's already done that is so helpful. I just wish you were there.
I know, me too.
Especially you get to talk to Damon Hedda again and stuff like that. Reconnect about
I know
the Wisconsin experience.
that.
But I'm excited.
I'm really excited that he made it, and I think anybody that has the opportunity to go to Madison Square Garden. I mean, it was a great lineup last year too. But when you talk about adding Damon in, adding Stephen Bunting in,
Showman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys they get why we are there.
Yep.
Right. And so it's going to be a great show, and we're still going to figure out, if we can do something at PopCon, and maybe it even is more about watching.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Oh,
There's
absolutely.
36,000 people at PopCon. Why not show them?
Oh, that'd
hey,
be so cool.
going on in New York right now.
Honestly, that'd be great.
Yeah.
More than great. To have a little area just. I mean, it's the one part, right? Once you see that, you're like, okay, I get this.
Yeah. That's
I get how
the
this could
thing
be a thing.
about, even if you are never going to throw darts, if
Yep.
you watch it, you're in.
Yep.
It's the quality of the entertainment. There's just no way that you're not going to sit there and have a great time.
Oh, I sat behind New York Jets players last year
Yeah.
who had never been to the darts before, and just talking through the chants with them because they're like, what are they saying? And we're like, oh, we're yelling at the tables so they're not standing up and cheering. We're saying boring tables. We're like, all right, we got that. I mean, they were talking by the end of it, like, we got to come back, bring the whole team, and get tables.
Yeah.
Like that's how excited they were for this year. It's to hear the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden at almost full capacity as players are hitting 180s back to back is something special.
That was insane. I'll tell you, it was so cool that there were moments when I went over to the World Championships. I mean, Ali Pally is cool and you should do it, but there were moments where I was like, we're doing it better.
You were louder.
Like,
Yeah.
It was
louder at the Hulu Theater.
Yep.
It's also more people. They only seat 3,500 at Ali Pally, whereas up to 4,000 at MSG.
Yep.
And they got close to that number last year on Saturday. But I love that Damon's going to be there mainly for the fact that that's how he kind of got his start. His spark was he won the Australian Darts Masters as an Australian representative, not a PDC representative.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of sparked him. Then he went to Q school, and by that point, you've already won a PDC tournament.
Yeah.
So the confidence is there, and to see him kind of grow into the role that he's in now, I mean, the personality that he shows on screen all the time is his real personality behind the scenes too.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And
which is real nice to have.
I talked to them about, I was like, he and his wife Megan, like, you guys, like, you need to write a book. Like, it's insane. Like, they saved up enough money, they got on a plane and they were like, we are just going to go try this.
Yep.
And when they landed, they didn't have a place to live.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
I mean, it's amazing what the two of them have done together and how, they were it was a plan,
Yep.
right? Like it's this roadmap that you can become a professional darts player.
And, you know, huge shout out to Kyle Anderson and to Simon Whitlock for showing them that way earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But Damon's definitely cemented himself as a top player and well earned for this U.S. Darts Masters trip, as Jason's going to come on and yell at us for not talking about the darts.
We're talking about the darts.
McMahon
What
said,
about the other darts?"
I'm tagging along on that one, Sean. That's perfect. Definitely do that. But again, excited to have you here, KJ, and it's going to be a great time at MSG no matter what, but definitely I know you got a lot of things going on that you're excited about here. So looking forward to both of us having
that's going to be a
couple
big
good weeks there.
It's going to be a big weekend all around.
Well, Brandon Robbins stepping up here, down 50 points. Take that back. Down less than that now, 20 points. Here's Patches.
Yeah, Patch is going to have make a choice. They go for 15s and close them. He's going up for points.
Points.
There he is.
Pins
first
it, now you can
start.
go down. Stay for fun. Yeah, I like
There
it.
you go.
Be aggressive.
And that's all about really good mechanics right there.
Yep.
Perfect follow through.
I have pretty good mechanics, don't I?
Yeah.
It doesn't help me.
You're really great when the cameras are not on.
All right, good. So in 2 weeks, it's a blackout. You guys can talk the whole time like it's radio, but we just won't turn on the cameras. I love it.
All right, Anthony's got a choice to make here. Close the 15s.
Wisconsinite Casey's watching along with us, along with Jennifer from Rockford.
Oh, nice.
Hope everybody's doing well.
Takes that first
course,
shot
Aaron
of the
Quinn.
20s.
Is in the chat with us. Yep, goes right back. Oh, misses the fat single.
That's an opportunity, Brandon, who did
Jesus,
some
Tim.
damage on the 15s last time through.
Startling me to death.
Very loud in the headphones, Tim.
Yeah, Jason had a heart attack like 6 months ago to a year ago, and you're trying to make him have another one with these coughing fits? How dare you?
All right, just needs 115 to shut that door.
Slam it.
Going back up top first.
Nope, I like slamming the door first.
Yep, me too.
Because now,
Yeah, now
rocking a
it's
hard place.
It's a lot of pressure on this dart.
And it's not, I mean, it's 25-point lead, which is more than anything else, but it's not what he was looking to do.
And it's not more than one bull is worth.
That is also correct.
That's a big first. Go up top.
Ideally. He is uber focused on those 15s,
yeah,
though.
he is. Those eyes are
And you know
laser
what?
locked.
With the X on the 15, I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is the fact that Anthony is now up, who has been consistently brilliant.
You almost take the first dart at the 15 here just to
I said that last throw from Patches.
even know that you're behind in points.
Because again, it's the exact same position he was in last time. Only now it's just a tie ball game, and if you're Brandon, you just go right at the close first. Get rid of the 20s. Worst case scenario is you have bulls to look at. Or do whatever you want to do. There he goes at the 20s. And it
There
Big
you
last
go.
dart.
Huge last dart.
It's all makes it worth it when you save it with that last. Yeah, I ain't either. Great first start again from Patches. Now just close that bad boy.
Hello, Jeff Springer.
Oh, you got to hit it. Stinger's watching along with us.
Nah, you got to hit it. Come on, Nev.
Oh.
Come on, Patrick.
Is there a force field on those bad boys or what?
All right, 115 brings him back into the tie ball game.
Oh, yeah, that force field is something special.
Yeah, right in the middle. Oh, dear.
Man.
Oh, dear. Well, you know Anthony can do it.
Oh, yeah, if anyone can break down a force field out of the four of them, it's going to be Anthony.
He's just got to shoot at it. And out of the 20s, let's see what he does right here. Looks like he's looking down. He is, and he shuts that door in the 15s.
I like going back up to points, and that's exactly what he's doing. I like more points there, but I'll take the bowl. If you're going to shoot at it, go ahead and take it.
As long as it counts.
Problem is that 20 actually just equaled everything out.
Yeah,
Oh, good darts.
Let's just go to bulls, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I mean, No one's more excited than Billy O'Neill's Pub and Eatery for the Billy's Bowl Cam. And also Jason, who doesn't have to hit a button for a while.
Yep.
Hopefully a short while. Because Patrick just needs the double. Needs the red bit. And he does not hit the red bit. And opportunity is knocking here for Brian Drew. Nice high five.
4 bulls will win it.
Brian is a good high fiver.
Mm-hmm.
He always makes pretty decent contact on that.
Puts a lot of effort in.
Come on, Brian. Yeah, get it up there, son. It's unlucky.
Some people wouldn't notice that skill, but I'm very white.
Yeah, it's going to bring
And I understand
Anthony up.
a good high five.
Just needs 2 bulls here for a 2-leg lead.
Ronnie Smith, 200 stars. Appreciate that, bud.
Thank you, Ronnie. It's 1.
Un más, por favor. No, gracias. Got it.
Oh.
Man, Anthony Wagner, ladies and gentlemen, 6-4 lead. We have reached the John Part rule of thumb,
Okay.
which is you are in danger of losing a match where you're in the danger zone if your opponents are closer to
We're
winning,
back at 0-1.
hitting that winning number, than you are to them. So right now it is
Brandon
a
to throw
2-leg
first,
difference
all the best,
between
game
Anthony
on.
and Patrick winning, and a 2-leg difference
Ah.
between Brandon and Brian tying up against Anthony and Patrick.
Okay.
So
And if we play another game of cricket, it means we've gone to the last leg decider because we're going to play 4 games of 0-1. Back to back to back to back.
I can almost guarantee at this point this is going the distance.
Which one? Was
And
it
I'm okay with
Jason that called it?
Jason, yeah, he likes to jinx everything.
I pick the matches, right? So I call a last leg
Mhm.
decider
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah, he
Just
really
means that-
does.
It's
Okay.
like me saying I'm doing a good job.
Oh, okay.
You know, one time
Okay.
he picked a match where the team lost 8-0.
Yeah. Unless Sean's playing. Which point in time?
Yeah, the other match that he's done for me, I lost 4-0 because he surprised
Wow.
me the week of with singles instead of doubles. So
Wow.
he didn't even give me a partner to save me.
You get to have all the fun.
Yeah. We like to, anytime Sean's shooting, I like to bring in a little surprise right at the end.
Yeah, and it's always someone much better than me who's on the opposite team. It's wonderful. Jesse won that night with like a 78 average or something like that,
Wow.
and I averaged less than 60. So he just sends me to the wolves. I don't know why I'm excited in 2 weeks to play.
I'm just green.
I
with
guarantee you,
envy.
Fatality
I'm gonna
Fatality
tell you.
Games is going to be amazing at darts. I can just tell already.
We're all going to be tuning in 2 weeks.
Well, it's Fatality Games and tripping darts. I
Yeah.
mean, you're
Yeah,
playing,
turn in early. Tune in
you're
early or you'll
playing
miss
two,
it.
2 guys that play on the stream twice a week, every night.
100.
I don't even have a league
Yeah.
that I play.
But both of them had to go out and buy steel tip darts to play. So,
Even the British one?
yeah.
That's weird.
Well, he plays Grandboard out of Leicester. I mean, that's really odd.
Yeah, if you know how to pronounce it, you shouldn't be playing soft tip darts. Right? If you can pronounce
Mhm.
Leicester,
That's
you
right.
shouldn't be
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
soft tip darts.
That's interesting.
He might be the only person in his entire area that plays soft tip darts. Or
Well,
likes it anyway.
You know, and Craig, and we'll talk more about Craig here coming up in a couple of weeks, but he goes out to a lot of the youth academies are out there and takes a Grandboard and streams
That's awesome.
with the kids out there. He's a huge proponent of darts in the United Kingdom. Got to thank him for that. Look forward to meeting him. Had the opportunity to talk to him for quite some time.
I think one of my favorite things about going over to England was the fact that I now have the interesting different accent
Mm-hmm.
that
Right.
they want to listen to.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And I just don't know why that would even be possible to want to listen to like a Midwest Hoosier accent.
Because you don't talk like this, Governor.
Well, neither do some of them.
Yeah, that's true.
But you just notice, like, in the tube, people are just staring at you.
Yeah.
You're having a
And you don't
conversation.
know why. And then you're like, oh, because I sound.
Well,
Right.
first of all, I was with Peter the whole time, so I knew it was because he was loud. And then secondly,
Yep.
it was because I also matched that energy most of the time. But yeah, it was a good time. But you know me, I'm also going to be like, you're just listening to us talk, aren't you?
100.
I had to say that. I had to say it to him.
Big ton right there from Anthony. Brings him right
Whew.
back into this one.
Yeah, both sides have had a hundo scored. Brandon did it. And now Anthony. Brian should switch on dart 3, but he's not going to. because 166 is a bogey. Which, if you know anything about golf, that's not a good thing. I'm telling you what, though, Brian put some aggression into his high fives and his fist
He
bumps, doesn't
does.
he?
I was worried about Patch's throwing arm there
Oh, I'm-
after that one.
I know now never to fist bump Brian Drew. He's breaking your wall back there.
30.
Just kidding. He's looking at outs, which actually is the way to go about it.
He's looking at 166 and saying, that's not listed here somewhere.
Yeah, he went 166. Oopsies.
Yeah.
But
167.
100.
66 is now, though.
That's big.
First time they got to an app before the other team. Let's see what Mr. Wagner can do with this right here.
That's just above.
Go 19s.
Yep, should switch.
No.
41.
Not to ones. To
Yeah.
a different number than that.
Brian requires 66.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, 66. Bunch of ways to go here. Trip 14 is my favorite. Trip 10.
Trip 16.
Trip 16 for double 9.
48.
No. No. No.
Nope.
Mm.
No.
It does now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let me just make up my numbers. Keegan, we miss you. Just wanted to let you know. We miss you.
Now you have 12.
Now you got 12. Tim
Wow.
being quite the little
Oh,
soothsayer.
no.
He made him waste a dart.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I wonder what team he's on.
Yeah, really. Tim wanted to get home. Is that the car I just heard starting?
He has remote start. Patrick on 188. Has consistently put pressure in these situations on his opponent when he's needed to. Now, the fact that I just said that means he's going to blow this,
now
but
he is.
Yeah, that's a big last.
Yeah.
Yep. did exactly what he needed to do.
Yep. Well, we look
Brandon
back to that
required 12.
121. He hit in leg 3, right?
Double six can get squirrely if you go inside.
Ooh, a little bit too much, a little too aggressive on that last, but that's the dart to go aggressive at it.
Anthony, you require 103.
This would be a dagger.
Gonna
Yeah.
take this out.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I love this.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Mhm.
They're getting to the point where they're talking to each other.
And Anthony's trusting him.
Yeah. What should I do? And Patch is like, I've only been playing for 6 months, man.
He's like,
Oh, man.
what should I
don't
throw?
know. Yeah.
I don't know, three
My
first?
wife talks to lamps. I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
96 left, so treble 20. Would have left 36. Stay up there.
Stay there, sir. There you go.
56 if Patrick returns.
All right, we're looking at double 6 again for Brian.
required 12.
Mm.
Tim tells him double 10.
He did not. You have 10 left? Oh, now you have 10 left. You're wasting a dart. Oh, and he does go on the double 10. So does that count there, Jason? No, I'm kidding. All right, 16 for tops for a 7-4 lead and a devastation for Brandon and Brian, who are way ahead in this leg.
There's a 16.
Tops.
We're looking at
There it
tops.
is.
Big darts. And
There
he
it
pins
is.
darts. Patches won a leg.
Woo!
Way to go,
And he could-
Patches.
If he would have won this 8-4 and never would have taken out a leg, he probably still would have feel bad,
Mhm.
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So now it's 7-4, and speaking of feeling bad, Brandon and Brian, they punted that one away
Yeah.
on that one, unfortunately.
They
That being
sure did.
said,
We are back at 01.
I'm going to go ahead and do Keegan's roll here.
Anthony to throw first.
Well,
All
it gets
the
as
best,
simple as
game
this,
on.
folks.
There you go.
Brandon and Brian, you got to win the remaining legs. Anthony and Patrick, you are one leg away from the victory.
All right, who had 8-4? These guys are in the barn, and they've got the darts.
I had 8-5, but it was not this team versus this team. It was the reverse side of things. So that just makes me even more dumb.
All right.
Ooh.
I believe they started saying no before the
Unfortunate.
dart even
I
reached the
think-
board.
Mm.
And you always love how, like, it does not matter where that dart is or where it lands in or how it bounces out. That was always a triple 20 every day of the week, even
Yep.
if you shoot at the bottom of the board.
Mhm.
64.
You think of worst case scenario.
That was definitely a trip 20.
Like, that was the worst case scenario on 64 to get the triple 20 first and then the one and the triple one. The worst way to get it. I've been very impressed with Anthony, but I've also been very impressed with Patrick. He has played with a consistency that is unlike many others that have shown up to the castle and played.
And he's starting to find his stroke a little bit now.
I mean,
Yeah.
And he's relying a little bit more on his mechanics as opposed to his intuition. You can tell he's just throwing the dart as opposed to trying to aim it.
And a lot of players that show up and play steel tip, they're used to soft tip where
80.
they're trying to hit hundreds every time in soft tip plus, and if they don't do that, it's a bad round.
Yep.
And then they come here and without realizing that 60 is great.
Mm-hmm.
Like even straight 60s the whole way through, not pushing. You don't need to hit 140s over and over again. You need the tons every once in a while.
Yep.
But 85, even 55 is great as a round out. You just want to avoid those really small numbers that can pile up. So I think that they've also kind of realized the situation here where 100 for Patches, he's not going to be upset there's not a 140 on the last start. Right? He's going to be great with that 100.
Yeah, he drops that smile right away. Gets focused.
Yep.
It's like, that was funny. Not.
Yeah. I'm back to my darts night now. Another 100, maybe?
And now I know what he does when he laughs at my jokes.
100.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Back-to-back
Another
hunts.
ton. Yeah, Patch is really starting to find a little bit of a groove right here, and that spells trouble there in the barn.
Oh. I was trying to do a move sound. I don't know why I tried that.
I'm
Brian's
just glad
stepping
you
up.
didn't do a horse. Could
Man,
you do
that
a
was,
horse? Can
that
you
was
do a
crazy,
horse?
Jason. Why'd you try to do
Yeah.
a cow sound?
Could you do a horse?
I could not do a horse. That's
Yeah,
illegal.
Horses are really. That's our,
Anthony stepping up. 2:16 left. That made Jason stop talking for a minute.
yeah. Jason, now known as Jack Ives on Facebook.
He gets canceled once more. Jeff says, patches, patches, patches. And that's a great second dart from Anthony. 85 will
Yeah.
do.
These guys are in cruise control right now. First turn out again.
Oh, man, he has an opportunity to go tops if he wants to. That's not going to be what that thing says, though. I like triple 17 tops on this.
60.
That's one of the best looking 60s we've seen.
Patrick
Yep.
Require,
And that's
131.
Brandon's just been just slightly off, right?
Yeah.
He's just not hitting those trebles as often as I know that he would like to do. 111 left.
That first start from Patrick's really improved as the night's gone on.
But you can definitely tell the good players, and Brandon's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
50.
He'll be in for a redemption night here at the castle for sure.
Well, a big shout out to all these players making a trip over here on a Tuesday night, on a school night at all.
Thank you. Oh, you said the players.
Yeah.
Not the teachers. 204 left for Brian.
Get the
Just
whole
stay
summer
straight
off.
and you get the. Stop saying that like it's
41.
like it takes care of dealing with all your kids all day long. Anthony stepping up 74 left.
Anthony
Trip
Require,
14 is a real common way to go here.
Trip 18 for double 10 is always fine. Yeah, that does work. That's how often I don't do it.
Yeah.
56 left.
16 for tops. Or
Oh.
54 scored.
20 left.
double 10
Double.
Right.
for the match.
Oh.
And double 5 is a shaky one with the opponents
Yeah.
back on 183.
Mhm.
And we've been there a few times tonight on this double 5. Brandon
Uh-oh.
opening up with a trip.
Is that a trip or is it right above?
32.
Yep.
Yeah, right above. Good
Patrick
eyes there,
Require,
young
10.
man.
Thank you.
All
I
right,
work on
Patches
things.
looking at the
Here we go.
double
Patches.
5.
Oh.
That couldn't get closer without going in.
Double 2.
And again, just how steady he's been. And it's just
Oh.
inside.
Oh.
If they're going to win this leg, it's going to be the
man.
madhouse they're going to have to get
Require,
through.
151.
Oh, man.
We've already seen Anthony hit the madhouse tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Brian's not going to take out the 151. Just trying to set it up.
Niner.
And he threw in a 9er. He's calling from a walkie-talkie.
Anthony Require, 2.
And that's why we love Brian. I still didn't get under a 5.
Double 1 for the match.
Anthony would love to get under a 5 here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good marker.
Yeah, it's a pretty good marker. Throw right at the back of that flight.
Ooh.
That's a little bit
Center.
awkward now. Oh, just below.
Oh. Wow.
Brandon, you require 142.
Like right there, 142. Like the new route is trip 17 for tops.
Mhm.
I love thinking about all those, but they're still punting this away. The 924.32 in the last 3 visits for those guys have just not put enough pressure on Patrick and company. The only pressure that's on them right now is winning darts, and it's double one, which is the hardest double to hit in the world, especially when it's for the win. It looked like it went in and then glitched out.
Oh.
Look at that other view we have. That's so
Yeah.
nice.
That is a nice
Ryan, you
view.
require 118.
I do not like starting on the 18s here because if you hit a treble, you still have to hit, you still leave 74 or 64, excuse me. 74? 74. Which is why it's a stupid shot.
I don't like starting on the 1.
Well, ideally you don't want to do that either, but he does leave 110 now. Now 109. So again, punts it. A 9 follows a 9 for Brian.
Consistent.
Anthony, you require 2.
Back to back. And, well, Madhouse again for the match.
No score.
Oh, man.
The great news is that after the match is
Brandon,
over,
you require
KJ,
100.
that will
Yes.
end it for us. We're going to step aside. We're going to bring in our winners. They're going to sit in these 2 chairs right here on camera, and Jason's going to do this interview.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't tell him, so if you guys could hustle
Yeah, I'll
him,
take care of it.
hustle him over here, that'd be great.
Oh, I'll hustle him on over. That's for sure. Just kidding. It's actually not really bad.
Yeah.
Sorry to bother you,
Yeah.
Tim.
Yeah. Someone take Tim a cup of coffee, please.
I'm just so tired doing all this math.
Patches for the win. And
That's
once
the-
again, another good marker.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to worry about that little guy.
Nope.
He pulled it already before we saw it, so that's good.
Oh, man.
If that was me, Jason would have put it right on it right away, just so everybody could see it. 63 left for Brian. This will stay in the match, which assuredly he will do. 57, 17 for tops.
57 left.
I wouldn't ask Tim. He went for the
Well, I don't know.
single 19, double 19.
No, he just pulled it real bad and low,
Yeah.
but that happens. Leaves tops. If he returns, now they're on a finish.
Yeah. All the pressure's on. Anthony closed out the first 4 games.
If they don't close out this game, this is going to go to a last league decider. Guarantee it.
There it
There
is.
it
Close out the
is.
game.
There it is.
Anthony
Congratulations.
Anthony Wagner, 7 of 8 on the victories. Patches, though, did a lot of great scoring. I was really
He
proud
did.
of that team. They shot very well. They deserved it, and I usually doesn't come to us here at the end. So Jason just did this on purpose.
Oh, my gosh.
But I think it's to
I
show
wasn't
off,
ready.
just how good looking this duo could be.
Yeah.
Uh,
Goodness.
KJ, I've enjoyed every second of sitting next to you and actually getting to do commentary with you. I didn't think that was something that we'd get the opportunity to do, so I'm excited we got to.
I know, me too. Like, it hit me this morning. I was like, wait, I just get to hang out with Sean tonight.
Exactly.
Do commentary.
Just a couple of friends watching darts.
Exactly.
Hopefully you-
really? You woke up this morning and said, hey, I get to hang out with Sean this morning?
I did.
Oh my
I don't hang out with
gosh.
him as much as you, so it's still
Yeah,
fun
of
for
course,
me.
you talk to Lamps.
Yeah,
So,
I talk to
mean,
lamps.
you know.
Yeah, it's a low,
Yeah.
a low bar.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I could
fair.
talk to a lamp
No.
today
Guys,
or a cat, but I get Sean.
by the way, I'm not a lamp. Everybody know that on a personal level. But KJ, thanks so much. We're going to bring in our winners. So he's going to cut it off of this so we don't have to like stand up on camera.
Thanks, man.
No, KJ, thank you so much for being here
Oh
and
my
for doing
gosh,
this.
it was
KJ,
my pleasure.
It's
Thank
been an
you.
absolute blast to have you. Folks, they're going to turn their mics off, and they're going to hand you over to me right here. We're going to have a little chat with the winners as they make their way over to the interview table. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you about our shirts that are available at magicwear.com. There is a code right there to get a little QPC code that you can scan on your phone, and I'll take you over to a couple of our different shirts. We also have some flights are available. Those flights are available over at A to Z Darts. They do say the Siege on them. There's a couple different versions of that flight available too, but please, when you get a chance, head on over there. Our winners are getting settled now. They're getting their microphones on. I just want to give you a shout out to our sponsors and many thanks to those guys that have been fantastic and to make it possible for us to do this on a Tuesday night to you. Billy O'Neill's and sponsor our Billy Bulls Club, Sideline Sports Pub, as well as Hard Rock Event Center. Big shout out to A to Z Darts, Magic Wear Darts. They do our shirts and our flights. Reed Sales Music up in Northern Lafayette doing the leagues. Big shout out to Honor Rocks, a big long-time sponsor. Also, Mikey's Pub and Grill over off of Emerson. Big shout out to those guys, and thank you for all your support. We truly do appreciate it. Between you guys and the viewers, we are blessed to have you. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right over to the winners. Congratulations, guys. How does it feel? Anthony, let's go to you first, okay? You've been watching the Siege for a few years now. Now, you got your opportunity to come on the Siege. Did it live up to your expectations, sir? Beyond. Okay, well, that's fun to hear. That's fun to hear. Oh, well, fantastic. You are recently retired. It is, and it's been a pleasure to get to know you. Would you come back to the castle if asked? No. Yeah, you would love to come back. We would love to have you again. It's some fantastic darts. You're a wonderful dart shooter. Can you tell us a little bit about where you're from? What kind of leagues do you play up there? Okay. Yep. Sure. Well, give a shout out to the local blind drawer, your favorite blind drawer that you go to as often as you can. Which one would that be? Okay. All right. And if someone watched you on the stream tonight and they wanted to actually meet you, they could find you up there playing in that blind draw? We're going to make a celebrity out of you yet, my friend. We're going to make a celebrity out of you. Patrick, congratulations, Patrick. Now, Patrick, you really started to settle in, especially in the later legs. What kind of clicked for you on that? Okay. Yep. Oh. Oop.
Yeah, no, just between the transfer and just trying to stay cognizant of my own throw at that point, and then just settle down and just go,
Okay. All right,
So-
shooting from there. Now, how long have you been playing, Pat?
Actual leagues, it's only been right about 2 years.
Okay.
Actually, growing up with the steel tip board in my basement, and then
Sure.
my buddy and my best friend and I we each have steel tip boards in our pubs as well. So have some adult beverages and play some steel tip.
There you
Before
go.
I started.
Sure.
And I'm sure KJ touched on it during the the broadcast, was that I started playing leagues because of steel tip,
Sure.
even though the leagues I'm playing are soft tip.
Yep.
Steel tip's always been my first love.
Okay. All right. Well, fantastic. Now, you're married to a celebrity.
I am.
Now,
Ish.
after tonight, you've become your own celebrity. All right. So, what are the things that you're going to demand on your way home? Like, go get me Taco Bell. Is
Oh.
and that kind of stuff. Now, do you have your own personal security to get you home? Or?
Normally, I'm the security for KJ.
Okay. All right.
Because all 411 of her.
Yep.
But that being said, if I were to take her up on any winnings from this evening, it would be her feed all the cats when we get home.
Well, we learned a little bit about we learned a little bit about all your cats. We learned about the starter cats. We actually learned how KJ likes to talk to a lamp every now and then for no apparent reason whatsoever. Now, Anthony, I'm going to come back to you, unfortunately, because the guy working the soundboard tonight is somewhat of an amateur. We didn't get all of your answers on that first time. So what we talked about is same answers as before, just repeat. All right. You've been watching the seats for a long time.
Yes.
And you had the opportunity to come on the seats, and we're so thankful that you're here. Did it meet your expectations?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It
yes.
did. Well, thank you. Would you encourage other people to come on the seats?
Yes.
All right. Well, please do. Would love
Yep.
to have. There's some great people up there in Lafayette area. Would love to have them. Before we go, guys, it's late. You guys need to get home. Shout outs to your families, to your friends. Anybody you guys want to shout out right now? Go ahead.
My granddaughter, Tatum.
Okay.
My wife, Carmelie.
Carmelie was watching tonight.
My daughter, Lexi.
Okay, Lexi.
And everybody at the street.
And
Love you guys.
And we did determine that if you want to get your autograph, because now you are a little bit of celebrity status, okay? If you want to get your autograph, we can find you where, and usually on a blind draw on Saturday. Where do you guys shoot out of?
Delphi.
Delphi? Okay.
At the VFW.
Okay. Sounds good. Guys, Patrick, who do you want to shout out before we get going?
Real quick, just obviously my wife KJ for coming here and helping with the great Sean Green on commentary, all of our guys at Conquest Journals, and everybody in the Kind of Nerdy Network on Facebook that follows the KJ Today Show, PerCon, PopCon, and everything else. I just want to say thank you, everybody. I saw some comments in passing for the, just so thank you so much for the support. And if you even think about it, go to the Point Streaming on Facebook, and seriously, guys, get just message and say, hey, this looks like fun. Jason is absolutely fantastic, and he takes everybody. He does his research, and he is always trying to encourage Steel Tip and just the darts community to just keep growing and just be better and better.
And this is where I point out that he said the great Sean Green and then the Jason. And so let's just emphasize that before we go any further. This will be the last time you've seen any of the McLeans on the show.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Hey, I tried to watch my language tonight too. So.
And you did great. No, you guys are fantastic. It was a wonderful show. We can't afford trophies, but we can afford cups. So we guys grab your cups. Show them off to the crowd.
Look at that.
Big Siege winners,
guys.
Yeah, that's a limited edition cup.
It
Only
is.
the
That's
winners
awesome.
get those.
That's awesome.
Right.
Cheers.
So
Thank you.
congratulations, guys. Thanks for being here. For all those at home tonight, please join us again in 2 weeks. Actually, going to be 2 weeks and 1 day. We're going to be back on a Wednesday, and we got a really special show. We're going to bring in 4 different streaming companies, and we're going to play it off to see who is the best streamer. And we're going to do it at our house, and we're going to play Steel Tip, which is completely unfamiliar to all the other 3. So we win. All right. Guys, thanks for joining us tonight. My name is Jason Ives for Jason Ives, Sean Green, for KJ, Patrick, Anthony, Brandon, and Brian. Happy birthday, Jennifer. Denise, we're thinking of you. You're in my heart and in my prayers. Have a great night. Y'all be good. Be safe. We'll